all out of ball. If you want to be a wise guy, you can do it anyway. If you want to be a strong man, you can do it anyway. If you want to be an Indian chief, cowboy, you can do it in the ring. You can't do it in the mall.
The most electrifying line in sports entertainment today. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, hate me if you can survive if I let you. I'm figuring and thinking that nothing's gonna stop my macho man Randy Savage now. I'm the man. I'm the icon. And yes, you can't bow. I am God.
The number one show on the net, the needs and the best in your head like Goldberg Net. For the punks and the perverts, that'll work with Terry Funk and Matt Baker. Ted, Isman, and Barbie, they got the cheap heat, so sit back and have a seat. They got questions from the fans, in your head is the man from Australia to Japan.
Take that and roll those shit back to up the Mississippi. I have we are bigger, we are faster, and we are all night long. All you idiots, punks, perverts, and fools, be sure and tune in and listen to this show.
www.inyourheadonline.com. Hey, and we're live here once again. When I say we, I mean me. Here at In Your Head Wrestling Radio, I'm the internet icon, the pride of the Pilgrims, the former Jackie Jones, who's no longer with us. And I am here. There were 3, then there were 2, and only one remains, and that is Nasty Neal here at In Your Head. So I don't know. We may just move the show to Wednesdays. I kind of like Wednesdays. I can watch Dynamite. It's fresh on my mind. Raw's already happened. And why the hell not? So I think we're just going to move to Wednesday nights. We'll find out a good time. Maybe 10:35. I always like the 35. You know that for years, the old In Your Head used to be 6:05. And then I believe someone ripped that off from us. And now, before I get into everything that's happening in the world of professional wrestling, hit the like button, subscribe. That's all free. If you would like to help support Nasty Neal and IYH Wrestling, become a member. It starts at only $3 a month. You can afford that. And $10 a month, you can get your name talked about all show, like our producers here: Brian Matthew Clutter, Jonathan Jackson, Mick Schiavone, and the Lurker. So yeah, our sponsors, our good folks here. All right, so tonight, AEW Dynamite. Last week was a killer show. You had the shocking title switch with Darby Allin beating MJF after MJF, beat Kenny Omega and possibly his final chance for the title. So that was big news. That was a great show, honestly. And I have to say the follow-up was also a really hot show. There's a couple things that maybe one match I wasn't too into. We'll get into that. And the booking of a certain someone I think is very bad. And we'll get to that momentarily. But overall, as a show, quite enjoyable. Really hot crowd, which always adds to the show. Any kind of wrestling show, if a hot crowd, it honestly adds to it. And it's a big part of ECW, the hot crowd. So you don't always have to have a giant, 50,000 people packed arena. For me, the more important thing is how into the show the crowd is. Obviously, if you have a giant crowd that's really into it, that is ideal. But as long as you have a crowd that's into the show, I think that trumps everything. And so we had a recap of Darby Allin winning the title, which was really good. And now they're starting to do more of that, which I've been a proponent of since the big dawn of AEW. They have some great matches, great moments, but if you don't hit people over the head, like show that, like we get so much wrestling, it just fades away. It's just the way it is. If you think about some of the great moments in WWE, Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant, Mick Foley being thrown off Hell in a Cell, the TLC matches, Stone Cold, just lots of Stone Cold stuff versus Vince. All that stuff was fantastic, but they also showed it over and over for years, and they still show it today. And so it's ingrained in your mind. I mean, because probably everybody watching this knows the Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant, and a lot of people probably weren't born. I saw it, but I saw it live when I was a little kid. But if obviously I saw it live as a child, but if they didn't show it all the time, would it be as ingrained in my memory? I don't think so. I would, it's a big moment, but showing it over and over, same thing with Mick Foley. I would, I was like, oh yeah, that Hell in the Cell. But the years of it, being shown and Jim Ross's commentary on that, like it's really just stuck in your mind. So there's, I don't want to say equally as great stuff, but there's some great, spots. People put their bodies on the line. So there's definitely like spots that would rival the Hell in the Cell or the TLC matches and things like that. Or even the night that Tommy Dreamer got chokeslammed, off the scaffolds there. They used to show that all the time in ECW. So there's spots that live up to that. And if you're going to do them and you're going to put your body on the line and shorten your career, you should get as much out of that as possible. So just to show highlights of that. And not just show it the next week either. Some of the big stuff I think they should show every once in a while. So anyway, that's just my opinion. I should do that myself here on In Your Head. I should show highlights of In Your Head episodes. The problem is, there aren't any. No. So if anybody out there has some like really memorable moments of In Your Head, tell me the episodes and a rough time cue. It's actually easier to find today because you can search the transcript. So just tell me the episode and roughly what it is. I'll clip it. And, when we go to break, we could show, memorable moments in Your Head. There's something else I've toying with, which I have it all set up to, technically I can do it, is a 24/7 stream where we could, we would play old interviews and clips of In Your Head. I probably wouldn't do it 24/7, but I might let it play throughout the night some nights. And you come to the channel at any time and there'll be some stuff playing. But it would be helpful if anybody out there would like to either interviews or just clips of the show itself. So we got some folks here in the chat. Wherever you're watching, come over to YouTube. I stream it like everywhere. Kick. I don't think I'm streaming on Instagram, but Kick, Twitch, X, Facebook, wherever you're watching, it'll be easiest to come over to YouTube and join the chat. You can chat anywhere, but it'll be easiest off YouTube. Plus, everyone else can interact easier. So, yeah, with the Darby Allin recap, MJF comes out. He's like, nobody cares about the Psycho Killer. Just give me my title back. I like that ever since he lost, MJF is really pissed because that puts over how important that title is to him. And so I like that. And I assume, eventually we're going to get the big rematch and I think we'll probably get MJF, the champion again. We definitely will at some point, but I think down the road we'll get MJF champ again. I like that they haven't forgotten about it because I always like it when basically all your top guys are their main goal. Everyone's goal in wrestling should be to become the champion. If this was real, that's what you would do. You wouldn't, become a boxer like, it'd be cool to knock out some guy or I'm just happy to be out there and get punched in the face. No, you would want to be, heavyweight champion or whatever weight class you are, champion of the world. And I think the same thing in wrestling. So if you're a tag team, if you're trios, if you're a singles guy, whatever, a woman, your goal should be, I want the title. So MJF, he comes out. No one cares about Psycho Killer, who is Tommaso Ciampa. Kevin Knight comes out, the new TNT champion. And I definitely see the potential there. There's like some star power there, but he's still pretty green on the mic. But there is potential there. Now he can't go toe to toe with MJF, but I give him a lot of credit. And I think there could be a star there. It's too early. It is too bad that they don't do more house shows or do other developmental, because he probably would Kevin Knight would probably do best to be there for a year or so before this run. But he's in there now. He's the TNT champ, going toe-to-toe with MJF on the mic. This was good. Like I said, Kevin Knight's not on the level of MJF, but really who is? But I see the potential there. I liked it. MJF saying the TNT championship is the workhorse, every man title. I've always liked the TNT title in AEW. They definitely have too many titles, as I mentioned, every week. There's no use at all for the Continental title. Is that the newest one? Or the national title is should never have been brought in. And then they've got two that are basically interchangeable, the Continental, and I even forget the other one, International or something. There's no point in those. When they used to have, they had the AEW title, the tag title, the women's title, and the TNT title, and they even had the TBS title, which I don't think was neat either. But the TNT title, they used to always have it the face of AEW, and there was some really memorable runs of people as TNT champ. Brody King, Brody Lee, Darby Allin, Cody Rhodes was TNT champ. All of those were Orange Cassidy had a great run. Honestly, I thought that was some of the highlights of AEW at that time. And it was probably the highlight of Rusev in AEW was his run as TNT champ. So they always did a good job of protecting that title, which I like. When you have, three other mid-level singles titles, it's just too much, because then it's like they did a good job of like making the TNT title different than the world title, is the main title. TNT title was defended on Dynamite, and whatever the nebulous kind of thing the face of the company means, that's what it meant. And I liked it, because they would tell you that all the time. Then when you add three other singles belts, it's kind of just waters that all down, because like, well, what is the difference between the TNT? At least they established TNT title some different, but what's the difference between the Continental and the International? And is the national title less important than them? And if it is, really, why is it there? Well, I don't really get it. Since you already have those you have a world title's no point in an international title and a Continental title. Like, they're all basically the same thing. If you only had if you had your world title, your national title, the title, the champion of the US, and the TNT, the TV champion, all right. Anything else is just pushing. So this was good, though. And MJF talked about this is the everyman title and kind of downplayed it. Like, yeah, you're good to have that, but you're not a main event guy. You're not world champion material. You're just going to have, the working man belt. So it was kind of like, praising him in a way, but in a way where you're also just, tearing the guy down. So I like that. It was very MJF-like. And then, Kevin Knight really puts over, how important this belt is, which was good. And so basically they set up that they were going to wrestle, and you thought it was going to happen an hour later tonight, but MJF walks out and says, he's like, you sold me on the title, and let's do it, another time. And he walks away. I think they're going to do it next week. So they did a promo backstage with the Demand, which is Ricochet's group, 6-man, and Jericho. They really should just get the 6-man titles on one of these groups. I'm actually, even though I'm against so many titles, I do like a 6-man title in AEW, since it's a faction-oriented program, since the whole show's really around, different groups. Which I'm not against. I know some people are against it. I'm not. I like it. It's something a little different. And I guess that's also what they do in Japan a lot. So if you had the trios belts, I even think they should just be the faction titles. Because then whatever faction, they could vie for the faction titles. And you could put then any 3 guys in that. Or maybe even sometimes it could be 4 or 5 guys, whoever. But you rarely see the title, which always hurts a championship when it's barely ever on the show. And so why not just have it on the demand, and then Jericho's finding partners to fight the demand for the. I don't even know who the trios champions are currently. I forget. So we find a little bit later who it's teased who Jericho's partners will be a little bit later, but at this point he needs to find two partners, and they said that like Jericho's burned all the bridges, so he has no friends. What happened with the Learning Tree guys? Big Bill and the Bad Apple. Are they? I'm not saying he should be with them right now, but did they have a falling out? I don't remember if they did. By the way, I saw a video on Sammy Guevara's Facebook page. Him and his daughter practicing wrestling moves in a hotel bed, which it was very, very fun, very cute. But it did make me think, like, wow, this is a guy that maybe not. He's a guy that could be in the title picture. Maybe not the top guy. I think he could be the top guy, but definitely a guy who could be out there, wrestling Darby, Hangman, all these top guys. You don't see him at all in, that could be in good. I know he's in Ring of Honor. In theory, if you have the Ring of Honor, you can send guys there for a little while, and then when they come back, they're new again. So I'm not against that in theory. I would send some of the guys like Kevin Knight there maybe, just to get a little better, more seasoned. So when you do bring them up, they're like ready to go. But whatever. We have Blackheart, Leo Rush versus Brody King. I like this new thing on Leo Rush. My only problem is that Leo Rush has been established as like a normal guy, and then all of a sudden he's like, I don't know, he's like this monster dude. He's like insane, or he's like he's an occult guy. He's like a living demon or so. So I don't really get that. You can't just have a guy. It's too much like, okay, this is clearly a gimmick. Like, now I'm playing a crazy man. It's like, okay, but why? There's no explanation within the show itself why he's doing this. And look, if your explanation, you could do a couple things. You could have it actual supernatural. Maybe he's possessed or whatever. It's wrestling. I'm not against that stuff. You could say he's gone nuts. He's like lost his mind. But there has to be something, or at least the people at the commentators and stuff have to wonder, like, what happened to Leo Rush? But they almost act like, because I've seen people talk about other wrestlers on social media, and I've seen people say, like, the character work needs to be studied by Leo Rush. And that's nice and all, but that's the wrong way to go. Because you can't just tell me while I'm watching the show, this is a guy playing this character. I know that already. I'm not an imbecile. Even though, I watch wrestling, I'm not an imbecile. I'm not, a child. I don't think Leo Rush is, possessed. I don't think he's a demon. I don't think maybe he is insane, but I don't think his eyes turn white. I know it's a character. So you don't need to tell me, this is character development. In basic storytelling of wrestling, and wrestling too, but writing a book, a screenplay, a movie, a TV show, whatever, you don't tell, the character development is within your story you're telling. You don't just come out and say, aha, this is character development. Now this guy is a milkman. He has to, somehow get to that point. So you have to explain why Leo Rush is now a demon. And honestly, it probably would help him when he donned this new character if he won. He should not. Now, when I say he wins, people are like, oh, you shouldn't beat Brody King. No, but newsflash, you didn't have to make this match. Wrestling is, predetermined. It's written. It's scripted. Whatever you want to say it. There's no offense. So aren't movies. So aren't plays. So aren't many great forms of entertainment. So you don't have to have Leo Rush out there being destroyed by Brody King. They had a great match, honestly. And Brody King should beat him. But if you're having a new character on this guy and he's someone you think you have potential in, when you debut this new character, the Blackheart, Leo Rush, it should be some wins. Now, he could have had some squash matches, and beat, they have lots of, he could beat Action Andretti or somebody. And then, and then build, now if he had a bunch of wins and then this was his first loss, fine. But I think you're limiting the character ever being anything more than an enhancement character on the show. when I say enhancement character, I do think that title has changed because back in the day, enhancement guy was Dusty Wolf next week on the show. Barry Horowitz, you know the guys, Mario Mancini and stuff. Now, they still kind of have those today, but they're not guys who do no offense. But they are basically guys who don't win. And that is like Leo Rush. And so he never wins, but he's not a guy that doesn't do moves. People just, they don't really have squash matches today with anybody that's under contract. It might be just some random guy gets squashed or a one-off. So, you don't have guys like Mario Mancini today under contract. And I don't mean guys that steal artwork from me. I mean, a guy that is just out there to get squashed week in and week out. But you do have guys whose job is basically to lose every week and have good matches. So if that's all you want from Leo Rush, I guess that's fine. But why put this new character on at the same time? So that's my only thing. We had a great Ciampa interview, maybe one of his best. I really like this. I like that he's a no-nonsense guy, and he really puts over the importance of wrestling. It's too bad they've run through like months of storylines with Tommaso Ciampa. They brought him in, wins the title right away, really put over that how important it was for him without even telling you so much. You can't, if you followed his career, it's like he was not used well in WWE, and he was a guy that fans like me, like, well, there could be more with this guy. Comes in right away, gets a title, like, yes, he deserves it. He should have been used like this, and now he is. And then they show him with his family, showing, he lets the hair grow gray, which I know he had a little gray too in WWE, but I think that works with his character. He's a grizzled, veteran that's been around for a while and finally getting his shot. Maybe a little bit, past his prime. And so that all works. And then they immediately do the heel turn, the title switch. And they've done so much story with him that I think never played out, because you could have played out him being kind of like what he's doing the same character now that he did when he first came in, but they already did all this other stuff with him. You could have played that out, in my opinion, for months before he ever did the heel turn. And what he is now, I don't know. Is he a heel? He's a baby. I think he's a baby face. I don't know. But so anyway, he does a promo type of, I was always told I was too small. I'm not main event material, all this stuff. And he's like, I'm going to prove that the glass ceiling doesn't exist. It's imaginary. And tonight I'm going for the top prize, the world championship. Great promo. Fantastic stuff. A true, in my opinion, main event level guy, Tommaso Ciampa, especially in AEW. And it made me believe, you know what? We may see a title switch. And going in, I was just like, Darby Allin's not going to lose the title already. But that promo alone made me think, you know what? I think Tommaso Ciampa might win, and that's great. We had a Cope promo backstage when he comes back from ad, and this was good too. And I'm not always, a big fan of Adam Copeland, but I do. And I said this many times, I was against the idea of putting him and Christian back together because it feels like we're redoing something that was great 30 years ago, and you are. But, and also I felt like it was a step back for Christian because he'd reinvented himself as, in my opinion, his best run ever, and like one of the top heels in the company or in wrestling, to be honest. But they did something really cool where they kept this team together, so it's got the nostalgia factor of Edge and Christian back, but they are them today, and they didn't change Christian's character, which I like a lot. So I was into this, and this promo is good because Copeland's like, look at my head, you guys, you beat me up, blah blah blah. FTR says they're the best tag team in history. Maybe so. They might be. They're at least up there. And then he's like, let's do the rematch. And if we can't beat you this time, we will retire it as a tag team. And I thought that was really, actually very smart. It was good storytelling in wrestling because it gives a reason why FTR would even do this match, because FTR are the tag champs, so they don't need to wrestle them again. They also proved that they beat Cope and Cage, so they don't need to prove that again. So as the champs, as the guys who already beat them, and as the heel, so it's not even if they were baby faces, like, let's do this best out of three, see who really is the best team. They proved it, we're better. we're still a tag champion, so there's no reason to do this match again. But they throw that out there, that little egg. It's like, yeah, but if you can beat them again, you'll be the team that retires a legendary tag team, and that is important to anybody, especially a heel. It's like, yeah, let's retire these old fuckers. So it was basic and very good, which I like my wrestling basic. Not basic like there's nothing going on, but oh yeah, howdy folks, big fan of Can Ham 24/7. He's a good man, the Can Ham. Can Ham in the house. Hit the like button. Do it. Don't be a fool. Help support the channel. Subscribe and become a member. $3 a month. You can't beat that. You can also super chat. You can Venmo. And you can use the super tip system up here in the corner. And thanks to our sponsors, Brian Matthew Cluttar, Jonathan Jackson, Vic Schiavone, and The Lurker. You can also become one for only $10 a month, where you can make a donation of whatever. Basic bitch wrestling. I'll bitch your face, boy. What do you think about that, Jonathan Jackson? By the way, Jackson, you forgot to remind me to put together the Headies ballot. So I'm going to put all the blame on Jonathan Jackson, and I think all of you should too. So everyone out there, shame Jonathan Jackson, because that is how the Headyverse works. Don't put the shame on me. We put it on you. So I blame him, and I blame that old bastard, the bitch. I think it's his fault too. All right, but he's a good guy. Shida versus Mina Shirakawa. Now I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I almost just because I come in late to the show so I can go over the ads. It works great. The last week it didn't let me do that. And so I almost just went over this match because I'll be honest, I don't really care about either person. I do think Shida's good. I don't think Mina Shirakawa is very good at all. And I don't care about either one. But I was like, well, no, I'm going to review the show. Let me watch this. And I didn't think a lot of the match. I think Mina's very sloppy. That being said, the crowd was really into this. So I can't deny that it worked. The crowd was hot. They were chanting AEW at one point. For me, it was not a great match. And it went way too long, I thought. There were so many near falls. And it actually, there was a time it actually started to get me a little bit. And then it lost me because I'm like, okay, like this is not a match for any title or anything. It's not even what's the importance of this. Like, why does it need to be some kind of epic match? It's not a WrestleMania match. It's not, a pay-per-view, AEW pay-per-view match. It's just very long. But so yeah, they had some lots of near falls with the Meteora. Does everyone do the Meteora? The Meteora. I think all the women do the Meteora. There was like a lot of knees to the faces, some really sloppy, lame-looking strikes by Mina. It didn't look like it would hurt at all. But AEW chance, so what I know. Started trading some strikes, some of them not so hot. Mina did a drop kick off the top rope. Sling blade, what was it? Sling blade off the top rope. That looked shitty as hell, but got a big pop, a near fall. And then at this point, I was just like, oh man, just end this. They did the figure four and rolling around, trying to get it, reverse it or get to the ropes. And Statlander because Mina grabbed the kendo stick. And then I didn't understand all this. So Statlander takes it away, which results in a jumping knee from Shida and then the Falcon Arrow for the win. And the crowd was super into it. So they did their job. I'm probably in the minority. I didn't care about it. But what I didn't understand was the commentators were like, and Statlander was acting kind of upset that Shida won, but she took the kendo stick away from Mina, and they were like, I don't know if this is the result Statlander wanted. So did Statlander want Mina to beat her tag partner, and why? I didn't understand any of that. Very bizarre, very confusing storytelling there. I didn't understand what the point of that was. I didn't get it. Then we went to Will Ospreay versus Mark Davis. It's funny. I was actually writing out this is a great match, but it's just too long because, Ospreay should get wins, and it's too bad that Mark Davis isn't more on his level than you could do this match. When all of a sudden Mark Davis wins, and I'm just like, what the fuck are they doing? Look, I'm an AEW fan. You got people call me AEW Mark and all this stuff. But they book Will Ospreay for shit. I don't think you could book Will Ospreay worse if you tried. This is terrible booking of this guy. This guy should be your main guy. I think it was clear since day one. He came in, gets this superstar reaction. Not only is he amazing in the ring, he's also star potential, star power. He's got charisma. He's people react to him. People are into him. He can talk. He's got it all. Way better talker than Kenny Omega. I think equally as good in the ring, or better now, but equally as good. Kenny Omega's prime. A bigger guy than Kenny Omega. There's like no downside to the guy, except for maybe lots of injuries because he's doing all this crazy stuff. And for whatever reason, they want to book it. So they, for the first run, had him lose so many times. It really hurt him. And he was seen as a top guy, but not an elite guy, I would say. Like, he should have been like, this is like RVD and ECW elite, where it's like you bought the pay-per-views to see the RVD match, and he never lost, until he needed to. So he gets hurt, and it's kind of a blessing in disguise in a way, because then you have a new shot. Like, people forget about whatever happened before. So in my mind, it was just like so easy. It's like, now he wins every match to Wembley, gets title shot, wins the belt. But no, he loses, and then tonight, and nothing against Mark Davis. He's a guy who's gotten a lot better. And he's improved. He's improved a lot in every way, and I like him. And I think he's a guy that could have a good match with Will Ospreay. He did have a good match, but a guy that needs built up to that level, not Will Ospreay brought down to Mark Davis level. And so right now, that's not the time for it. And so Mark Davis, beats him and hurts him. He didn't pin him, but like the ref just stops the match, and it's just like. So instead of like really building Will Ospreay, it's like, this is a great guy we have. They're tearing him down, so he's like, this is a guy who anybody can beat. Like, why do you want that? Why do you want everyone on your show just a guy that anyone can beat at any time? Doesn't make it better. It's not making Will Ospreay a bigger star. And right now, I don't think they're ever going to really get the potential in Will Ospreay. People will argue, but he'll get his flowers, Neil. He's going to get his flowers, they told me on Facebook, because he'll get the title win. Big fucking deal. Winning the title isn't everything. In fact, it doesn't really even matter. They put the title on Hager at one point, and they put the title on Bad News Barrett, and I could go and look down all kinds of champions and that mean nothing, because simply winning the belt does not mean much of anything at all. You have to build the person to the title. In fact, the build is more important than a guy simply winning the title. You have to build to it. And everyone's different, because you have people, you like the Darby Allin win. That was kind of out of nowhere. But it was built over years, and Darby Allin isn't a guy like Will Ospreay, where his strength would be, winning all the time. But still, at the same time, you still have to win. And Will Ospreay's, like I said, a different guy. He's, Darby Allin is a guy, obviously, is going to take a lot of physical punishment to get his win. It's just a completely different person. And so this build of him, instead of building him up, they're tearing him down. Why? So like it'll be, eventually when he gets the title, it'll be a big underdog. But you have ultimate underdogs already. You don't want everyone being the underdog. Just honestly, just awful booking. Awful booking of Will Ospreay. And I am an AEW fan. I think they've been on a great streak this year. But the handling of Will Ospreay is the shits. And then so Mark, he just totally fucking buried this guy. Because then Mark Davis, who's not a top guy, I'm sorry, I think he's approved. He's not a top guy. he's walking around with Will Ospreay like he's just going to, decimate him. He's just going to destroy him, and maybe end his career or something. Like he's just a fucking bum. And then no one comes in to help him. And in fact, he's out. It's like the vultures are fighting. It's like the hyena's about to eat Will Ospreay, and then the flock of vultures come in. Like, no, wait a minute, we want that dead carcass. They're not. Will Ospreay's not fighting these people off. They're fighting who can destroy who can destroy this carcass of a man. It's like this guy is so nothing. This guy's so destroyed. This guy's so hurt. He can't do it. He can't even stand. He can do nothing. He is so pathetic. He is so wasted. He's so decimated and destroyed. Let's fight over his carcass. Not like there's some fight left in him and he's going to fight anybody off. No, that's a foregone conclusion. He's dead. We're just who can pick the bones off this carcass of Will Ospreay? And this is a guy that should be like one of your top dudes. They paid a whole bunch of money to get him. There was a bidding war on him. So the Vultures win, and they take the carcass of Will Ospreay out, the Death Riders, and who knows what they did with him. Maybe, and no one seemed to care. None of the baby faces ran out. Kevin Knight doesn't come out. You could have had a bunch of people come out, even if they get fought off, but they're like, whatever. Yeah, he's a wrestler, but this group of people could take him and walk out of the building with him, and they can murder him in the alley, or maybe they're gonna have their way with him. I don't know. They stuck him away, and no one cared. And the rest of the show, no one really brought up. They're like, whatever. They kidnapped the guy. I guess whatever. So then we go to a Samoa Joe match. Like, that's over. So then Samoa Joe squashed some bum. I don't even know who he was, but that's fine. I think I'm not saying the whole show should be squashes, but I am not anti-squash, and I do think there should be, more of those on the show. Because Samoa Joe squashing some bum elevates Joe just as much as Joe going out there and doing a 15-minute match with Action Andretti or something, where both get equal offense. So, and it protects Joe's body, and it makes him look stronger. So I think that's good. We had I like this video of Darby Allin set to the old crooner song, I gotta be me. And, plus it's like, I like the contrast of the violence with the old school tune. That worked for me. That's my kind of deal. MJF, they showed MVP walking out of Jericho's locker room. And now I didn't miss it. Did they show the Hurt Syndicate? But it was, insinuated that the Hurt Syndicate will be Jericho's tag partners against the Man. So that's cool. That's another team you could do eventually. So I always talk about Cope and Christian. You do the FTR feud. It's a legendary team versus the team of today. You could also, I think the two you have to do is that and the Young Bucks, while they're still, why you still have Edge and Christian while they can still go. But you could also do Hurt Syndicate. That would work too. Tony Schiavone with Darby Allin in the ring. Another really strong promo, I thought. MJF comes out. There was some really good promos actually in the show, I thought, by Tommaso Ciampa, MJF, and Darby Allin. Even I like the Cope FTR thing was good too. MJF's just like, give me the title. And Darby's like, no, I'm going to defend this title. And I'm going to defend this every week until my body gives out. And that is, I think why that's so good is because we know that's real. That's what this guy is about. That's what Darby Allin, the person, is about and his character. Do I think that's smart to destroy your body? No, but that's what he wants to do, obviously. And so I'm going to watch it. So I like that, though. He's just going to go up there, defend that belt as long as he can until the wheels fall off. Great intro by Tommaso Ciampa. I really like their intro they put together for Tommaso since coming to AEW. And I have no problem with Tommaso losing here because this is like a big-time match. Yeah, this great stuff. And it had me thinking, I don't know who's going to win. Like my gut says, Darby can't lose already, but they really did a good job at building Tommaso here. So there was some, violent stuff. Like Tommaso did the slingshot. He did it under the ring, so Darby hit his neck like on the metal that holds the ring up. That was pretty cool. Darby did a great dive off the ring post, and the ring post isn't as big. It's bigger than they used to be, and not like a rounded top. But in WWE, it's almost like a platform on the top. It's still that was a cool spot. Ciampa was bleeding like crazy. There was a really that was a hard bump. Was Ciampa? I forget what the move is, but did kind of like a driver kind of thing off Darby, off the top rope to the cement. They hit the mats, but I was like, damn, like that hurt. That would hurt both guys, like Ciampa's hip and Darby. Just a great near fall near the end. And then Darby, which I really like, Darby made Ciampa tap out to the Scorpion Deathlock. To score. Everyone knows Sting's his mentor. I love this. This is great. Brody comes out and he's like, if you're up to it, I want to challenge you for the belt. We know Brody and Darby have years history even before AEW, and they worked really well together in AEW. So I'm really looking forward to that. So overall, a great show. I mean, there was great stuff on the show. I enjoyed the show overall. I still think the Will Ospreay, booking is shit. But as a show, this was very enjoyable, and there was some really great stuff on it. And I think Tony Khan's a little, even though I think his stuff with Will I think is shit. Now maybe the payoff will I'll be like I was proven wrong, and I'll admit it when I am. But I do think he's inspired in a lot of other stuff on the show. So it's been a really solid show so far. Yeah, it was great. So a great match, and I don't think it hurt Tommaso Ciampa at all. They built it like a big deal. It made me believe Tommaso might win because I liked the promo about I was always told I wasn't big enough. I'm not a main event guy. I don't have the the airport test. Like if I'm walking through the airport, people are like, hey, that's somebody. But I don't know if I saw. Especially if he's pretty jacked and he's got this big crazy beard, I'd probably think, maybe I wouldn't think he's a wrestler, but I'd probably think, damn, that guy, I'd probably stay away from that guy. All the women do the meteor, all of the men do the super kick. That's true. Maybe he wants to grind it in WWE. I'm not sure who that was in reference to. Aaron Teagle, what's something happy Wednesday? Happy birthday. I just watched. Well, happy birthday, Aaron Teagle. You just turned 38. My birthday is May 4th. Oh, all right. Well, happy birthday in May. I thought it was right now, but remind us May 4th, and we will give you a happy birthday. Let's see. Here's the link if you guys want to call in. I'm going to go over the questions. You can send in questions to iyhwrestling@gmail.com, or you can post them on the Facebook group. I was kicked out of Discord. We were starting a new Discord. I don't know. It'll still pop up at some point, but it's very weird. Because I think like anything goes on Discord, so I'm not really sure how I get kicked out. It's just I'm such a fucking badass, I guess. All right. Let's go and find these questions over on the group. Next week, Dusty Wolf will be on the show. I'm really looking forward to that. All right, before I get to the questions,
Neil, how you doing, buddy?
What's up?
I'm doing good and everything. I'm just tired.
Hell
I went on
yeah.
a long day.
Oh, what was happening? Why was it such a long day?
I went to an interview all the way to Kew Gardens to Queens Boulevard to back in Ridgewood. Tiring.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I watched WrestleMania. It was great. I watched Raw. I didn't watch AEW. I'm watching the Hulk Hogan biopic.
All right. Oh, that's out? The Hulk Hogan biopic?
The Hulk Hogan documentary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I thought that because I know they were making a biopic, but it never came out.
But it's supposed to have Chris Hemsworth, but it didn't saw the light of day.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So I'm good. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I'll be all right. I'm gonna watch AEW later.
Yeah, I really enjoyed AEW. Just reviewed it.
I just saw the Clayface trailer. OMG, that looks good.
Yeah, that looks really good too. And we'll probably talk about tomorrow night. We'll be live on Without Your Head. We're gonna have the star of Frankie, Maniac Woman, which is a really cool new
Really? Well,
slasher film.
I'm gonna go see Michael on Monday.
Yeah, so Frankie Maniac Woman comes out Friday in select theaters, and we're gonna have Dinah Silva, who plays the
All right,
slasher.
good. I was watching your movie, by the way. It's on Sunday. I haven't watched End Zone 2 just yet. I was watching a movie called Roommate today with Adam Sandler's daughter.
Oh wow.
It was good. It was funny. So yeah. Moving on up with the world.
Yeah, do it up. All right, Anthony. Well, thank you, man. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. And then coming up, we were gonna do it next month. We're gonna do it in June. We're gonna do Zombie Week in June, and we're all gonna dress like zombies. Anthony.
All right. I'm gonna dress like a zombie. So have a good day, Neil. Have a good night.
You can see Anthony. Damn, Anthony. Now we got the man, the myth, John Reddy.
Hey, how you doing?
Ready for John Reddy?
Of course.
What's up?
Not much. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
My book came out from a few weeks ago.
Oh, sweet. Congratulations.
Small town secret. I got a story in there. It's by Whispered Shadow Press.
Oh, well, yeah, great.
I think I posted it in Without Your Head. I'm not sure, but...
All right, yeah, I'll have to check that. And remind me, I'll put it up on the website, too.
Cool, thanks.
You're very welcome.
I worked on the Danhausen theme.
What was that?
I worked on the Danhausen theme.
Oh, sweet.
Very evil, very nice, very evil, very nice. Fucking catchy.
Right. Sorry, just replying to somebody. All right, so let's get to some of these questions over here. Brian Matthew Clutter, he has a very important question for us, John. He wants to know what's up.
Philosophically, they've been asking that question since ancient Greece.
Hey, everybody, what's up?
Yeah, that's how Plato said it.
Lexar wants to know, Ethan Page and Sol Ruka have been moved up to the main roster. Also, Royce Keys is going to be on SmackDown. Are you intrigued? I've never seen anything in Ethan Page. I don't know who Sol Ruka is, but I wish them well. Royce Keys, I was told, he was wasted in AEW and he made the greatest move ever going to WWE because they're going to know what to do with him. And then he came out on Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia and no one knew who he was. And then he's not been seen since. So I don't think I don't foresee much happening with Royce Keys. And plus the name is fucking horrendous. He went from Powerhouse Hobbs, which that's like a perfect wrestling name, Powerhouse Hobbs, to Royce Keys, which is just a generic like jobber name. That's a bad name.
Yeah.
Royce Keys.
Lexar. They got all the bad soap opera names now.
Yeah, they have some just bad names. Plus, they acknowledge that he used to be Powerhouse Hobbs. It's like, this guy used to have a really cool name, but now he's Royce Keys. Like, okay, why isn't he just Powerhouse Hobbs? Lexar, there were multiple fan incidents with WWE superstars during WrestleMania weekend. A fan was following Bayley and AJ Lee, filming them, and they didn't want to be filmed. Yeah, so some people are like, oh, CM Punk shouldn't have slapped this guy's phone on him. They asked him multiple times to stop filming the women, and he didn't. So I think that's the right thing to do. In fact, I think the guy should be banned from WWE shows. Drew McIntyre was mobbed by fans at a hotel lobby in Vegas. Booker T claimed he was followed by a fan in the bathroom. Actually, so wasn't X-Pac said that too. They WrestleMania weekend, they followed him into the bathroom and were like filming him in the bathroom. And Damian Priest had to intervene protecting fellow women superstars that were harassed by fans for an autograph. Thoughts? I think that's shit. Look, and a lot of those guys even said, like X-Pac said, he has no problem with people taking pictures of him or even filming him, but not in the bathroom. Like, have some sense.
Yeah, really.
Multiple fans were arrested after WrestleMania night 1 for taking commemorative Yeah, they just stole the chairs, apparently. That's crazy. A fan got kicked out of WrestleCon for inappropriately touching former WWE superstar Tion Knox on the butt. Thoughts? I mean, what do you think we're going to say? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, no, they should get kicked out. You can't just grope people.
What do you expect them to say?
Yeah, and unfortunately, that leads to those terrible photo ops where people are like 2 feet away from them. Pat McAfee claims that he is done with WWE. God, I hope so. Paige was signed with WWE weeks ago before WrestleMania. Your thoughts? I'm a Paige fan. I'm happy to see her back. I think she fits in better in WWE. AEW Forbidden Door and TNA Slammiversary is taking place on the same night, June 28th. Are you intrigued? Not really. Which show will you watch? Do you really have to ask me that? That's a really dumb move by TNA. Like, they don't really, I mean, they're not setting the world on fire. I don't think I'd put any of my shows on. They're basically just sucking up to, like, oh, daddy, WWE, look at us. We'll put our show up against AEW for you. On a related note, TNA Slammiversary is going to take place in Boston. Is Neil intrigued? Will he go? Well, maybe I would have gone, but not if it's the same night as AEW Forbidden Door. I will be going back to AEW in Chicago soon. Next time it's in Chicago. Fans were complaining about the prices of the concession stands. Water bottles were $25.
Holy shit.
$43 for pizza. $143 for. You're already paying like thousands of dollars to get. Do they just think everyone there is like a millionaire or something?
Money, 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 money.
Jesus. And then I saw that guy. I didn't know who he was. He did commentary during the women's match. I was like, who is this guy? Apparently he's just some like billionaire that paid to do commentary.
Yeah, because they're not but those have been had in the world lately.
And it's like, and then people are defending. It's like, oh, they should do anything they can to make money. It's like, the company's it's $1 billion company. And I'm not saying they shouldn't make money. Obviously, they should try to make money. But is there any end? Should they just like try to make money at no end? Like the whole ring's covered in logos. There's 1,000 ads between every match. You can just pay, if you're a billionaire, pay to do commentary on a show, on a match. What's up, Tony?
Hey, guy, was good.
It was good. What, AEW or what was good?
No, hey.
Huh?
No, hey, I'm saying, hey, guy. I'm saying, how you doing?
Oh, good, Tony. I'm doing good.
How you doing?
Were you at WrestleMania?
No, I wasn't. No.
Are you going to be going next year? It's going to be in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi? I don't know. It kind of depends on the travel conditions,
Yeah, where are you at?
Saskatchewan.
All right. That's kind of you can't take like a bus.
No, it's a little bit of a drive,
Yeah. You need the hover car.
Me and my Timmy Hoes, we're not gonna make the travel there, feller.
Yeah. So what's on your mind? We're just answering questions here from the head. Oh, there goes Tony. I don't know.
Weird.
All right. Well, thanks, Tony. I thought it was some kind of like gimmick or something. I actually thought it was somebody I know, but I don't know. Who knows? Lexar, AEW is going to have Fairway to Hell event in West Palm Beach, Florida, May 9th. Are you intrigued? I guess. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Fairway to Hell. All right. Yeah, I guess.
Golf of some sort.
Yeah. Lexar, do you like having outdoor wrestling events? Actually, no. I don't actually. I always think they're not. Oh, except WrestleMania 3 was cool, but usually when it's outdoors, I don't know, there's something about it. I think I've heard this from other people. I never knew this until I don't know, the last 10 years. Someone said that like when you're in the outdoor thing, when people are cheering stuff, the sound goes up and it's lost. So you don't actually hear it as well. But I remember like when was it WrestleMania 9 when they were outside and it's like daylight. I don't know, there's just something about it I don't really like. Who's your favorite pervert in wrestling? Lexar, I guess. But in actual wrestling, I don't know. It's hard to narrow down. Tony Atlas. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, and his are it's like victimless crime. It's not like a predator who's going after young fans or something. He's giving the power to the women. Yeah, he's letting the women punch him and walk on his face. No one's getting hurt, but maybe him. And so yeah, that's a good choice. That's a good choice.
You did kind of screw that over.
Yeah, because I was thinking Jerry Lawler, but then it's like, well, he's kind of a creep, but yeah, he's not hurting anybody else. Now, Tony Atlas. Now that WrestleMania weekend is over, what's the next big wrestling weekend you're looking forward to? I don't know. Are there any like big? I guess Wembley will be big. If you could have fantasy sex with any woman wrestler, who would it be? Wendy Richter. WrestleMania 8. What was WrestleMania 8? That wasn't Hogan Slaughter. That was 7, right?
Yeah.
What was WrestleMania 8?
Was it Macho Man Ultimate Warrior their retirement match?
Oh, okay. No, I don't think so. I think it's looks like it was Ric Flair versus the main event was Macho Man versus Sid.
Oh.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was weird because you had, your title match, Macho Man versus Flair, like in the middle of the show. And then it's like, it makes a title match seem not very important because it's like, well, we still have to have Hulk Hogan in the main event. Then it was Hogan versus Sid, which, is technically a big match, but it ends like in a DQ. And that was a really messed up thing because that Royal Rumble is arguably the best Royal Rumble of all time when Flair wins. But the end, Hogan pulls out Sid, and on the live show, because I watched it live on pay-per-view, everyone's booing Hogan because it was like a heel move. He's pulling the guy. He cheated. He was already eliminated. He pulls out Sid. But then on TV, they edit it so the fans are cheering Hogan. And it's just like they didn't have like, you look it back, it's really insane to think like you have Ric Flair for the first time in WWE and Hogan's there, like, and you don't do Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania, like the two biggest people in wrestling.
People convinced Vince that Flair wasn't ready.
Yeah, but they still put the world title on him, so it's all really bizarre. Not great. I mean, honestly, if you did on that same show, let's say you did Macho Man versus Sid, and then you did Hogan Flair in the main event, I think it would instantly made the show more memorable.
It would have sold.
Yeah,
like lots.
Let's see. Once I get a job and save enough money, I'm looking to purchase an MMA event use canvas. But do you think the canvas would listen, see, and think everything I do?
What the hell, Lexar?
God. Is Lexar really this insane?
He wants us to think he is, for sure.
But is he smart enough to try to work us into thinking he's insane? Or is he just really insane?
It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
I guess not. Does Neil Stotch watch Love After Lockup? I haven't watched it for years. I'm not even sure it's still on. So the answer is no.
Neil likes love during lockup.
I used to enjoy the show Love After Lockup. Favorite reality TV show? I'm not really a big reality. Oh, I do like stuff like any of those cooking shows, like when they find what's the one with Gordon Ramsay where they find like the new chef and stuff. I like. Yeah, I like that Hell's Kitchen, and I like the show where he goes and he like tries to save the restaurants. I like those kind of shows.
Yeah. Restaurant Rehab, isn't it called?
Yeah, Restaurant Rescue, is it something like that?
Yeah, that's it. Bar Rescue.
Bar Rescue. Bar Rescue is a different one, and then he also does a hotel one. I like those shows. I also like that those ones are just one off, so like you watch the episode and it ends. But I do like Hell's Kitchen. I'm a couple seasons behind, but I actually binge watched that whole series because I did like it a lot. And then it was fun because I would look up what happened to the people. And I did find out though, a lot of it were lies. Like they would promise like the winners would get like this restaurant and all. And a lot of it never happened. They didn't actually get anything.
Yeah.
So some of them, went on to do stuff, but not all of them. I was out of the country and didn't watch WrestleMania and wasn't. Oh, this is Brian Matthew Clutter, and wasn't really plugged into social media to see people's reactions. Can I assume that everyone loved every minute of it? They did. Yeah, they loved it. WrestleMania Night 2 was definitely more liked, and I agree with that. I actually didn't hate Night 1 as much as a lot of people did, and it could be because I don't watch WWE TV, so maybe I wasn't as burnt out on like a lot of that stuff. But I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was fine. But Night 2 had some good stuff on it. I wore a WCW Beach Blast shirt on a literal beach. Have you ever done anything so daring? Wow. I would wear a Halloween Havoc shirt on Halloween if I had one. And so anybody out there who wants to send me a Halloween Havoc shirt.
That'd be awesome.
Send it to I apparently have some stuff at the P.O. box. So send me some stuff, and on the next show, I will open it live here on the show. I'll start doing this regularly. So there you go. P.O. Box 415, Sandwich, Massachusetts, 02563. I'll open it live on the show. Please put IYH or without your head so I know if it's in your head. If it's a wrestling related thing, I'll open here. If it's horror, I'll open it on without your head. Michael Petrelli, one of the in your head Pisons. You're all cleaned up.
Yeah.
Got a haircut.
Yeah.
You're not all dirty like this guy, Lexar.
What?
Inside and out.
I might need a haircut though. My hair is going out. Do you think I look better with long, lavish hair like I had months ago, or just like?
Yeah, I think you should let it grow. I think you should let the beard grow out. Just grow a big ass beard.
I don't know. My
not in the summer. Summer's coming up. After when it starts once the fall comes, let the beard grow out. That's my advice.
Okay.
Yeah, have it short in the summer.
I shaved the head the other night. It's a start. I kind of liked a little bit of scruff here, but I didn't realize it was brought up that I shaved my head on Adolf Hitler's birthday, and maybe that wasn't. People got the wrong impression.
Did your barber tell you that?
They were not related. I'm going to go on record this hot take. I am anti-Hitler.
Okay.
You never know anymore. Good. People like Lex are pro-Hitler.
Once again, going out on that limb.
Yeah. Michael Petrelli, what is on your mind, my friend, my buddy, my pal, my amigo, my paisan?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny that Ric Flair challenged Tiffany Stratton's boyfriend to a fight, or said he was going to beat the hell out of him.
Why did he do that?
So that's why it wasn't WrestleMania.
Oh, God.
That was pretty funny.
What a moron.
Maybe they should bring back the Brawl for All and book Flair or somebody.
What if Flair went into the slap fight?
Oh, what's that?
Wow.
Could you do the chop in the slap fight? Gunther should do that. He does a pretty mean slap.
Yeah. Gosh.
Who's your
Slap
boyfriend?
that.
Is he a wrestler? Or is it just some? He just
It was
challenged some guy?
the Ludwig Kaiser guy. He's
Oh, okay.
playing El Grande Americano #2 now, I guess.
Right. They weren't on. There was a lot of people not in WrestleMania. I did kind of miss the. Did they do the Andre the Giant Battle Royal and I missed it? Was it on SmackDown?
They did it
Yeah, it
on
was on
SmackDown,
SmackDown.
and
Oh,
Royce
okay.
Keys won it. Yeah, that's kind of
Oh,
lame
okay.
that they have it on SmackDown.
Yeah, why
They
not
used
just
to have matches on the pre-show.
Yeah, they have a 2-night WrestleMania. You could easily put the Battle Royal on it. I actually like the Battle Royal, and I think the Andre the Giant Memorials is a neat idea to do it every year. And it should be on the show, though.
I know, even on the pre-show. I mean, who wants to hear people talk for 3 hours? What not put matches on there?
Yeah, it sucks. I really find it unlistenable because it's like I know wrestling is wrestling. I'm not dumb, but hearing all them people like talk in character for hours is really just it's kind of cringe. Like, like who's gonna win? Like, shut up. In fact, I agree with John Reddy on that one. That's what John Reddy was. Should we do that here at Lexar? Should we have like a 2-hour pre-show where people come on and they start asking, I wonder what Nasty Neal's going to talk about tonight on.
Or it could be like Walking Dead when they started having a post show with that. What was that guy's name? I don't know. The guy from the Nerdist podcast. Yeah. That made me want to stop watching Walking Dead. I was like, oh, that's so annoying. He was like in every commercial break.
Yeah.
But when somebody got killed, it was like,
yeah, and it was like, look, I liked the show, but it's not like they acted like it was like life or death, like it was like the most important thing in the world. And it's like, it's really not.
Yeah. And then they had it with Better Call Saul too, Talking Saul. It's like, God, this guy's everywhere.
Yeah. Then he was canceled for a little while, and they brought him back.
Oh, he was? I saw he had a game show on MSNBC. I don't even remember his name now.
I think he's a guy that will just be around forever. They'll just always give him stuff like Carson Daly or something.
Yeah. Well, Carson Daly. I think he's finally gone now. He used to be on TRL back in the day.
Yeah. Then he would just
they canceled his late night show.
Yeah, because they would give him shows all the time forever.
He used to be on the radio here in LA in the 90s.
Oh, really? Someone asked me today, does anyone know the website? I guess it's pronounced Believe, but it's BLEAV. It's got a lot of it's mostly sports podcast. I think Conan's on there. Anyway, they asked me to be part of it. I have to look into it.
Oh, that's cool. They should pay a fee.
It is. It's actually it would.
Oh, that's cool. You deserve it. I like you. I honestly like.
Go on.
In Your Head better than the show on Sirius with Bubba Ray Dudley. I can't stand listening to Bubba Ray Dudley. I always turn that off.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's an annoying dude. I always liked him as a wrestler, but then because you always heard like people didn't get along with him, like, and that's why in WWE they never gave him the big singles run and stuff. And then I hear him on that, I'm like, oh, I see why. Like I don't think
my favorite
would want to.
My favorite stuff of him was the ECW promos where he would go like scorched earth on the crowd. Stuff you could never say today.
Yeah. Stuff I'm gonna. That's the kind of stuff I told Incher offline. No. Do you think? What do you think the odds of Incher coming back sometime this year?
I give it like a 22%.
20? Wow, that's low.
I'd say over 50%.
I think so too. Do you want to get in on this?
Especially somebody's going to be paying a fee. Incher's going to say, "I want some of that. I want some cash."
No, he's
you don't
not
want a
like
percentage. Maybe don't say anything. Right?
If Vince comes back, and Neal, you call him a bitch again, he probably will leave again.
Well, I mean, look. If I say that stuff, I also could take it back. I could take it as good as. We can't do the show and we don't goof around at all. Now, I especially since I stopped drinking for the last 7 years, I don't think I'm ever mean-spirited to Incher. That's
so you were always drunk during those Miss Destiny and Swax calls?
Yeah, that drove me to drink. Yeah. I remember this one time I was in Boston with Annabelle, and it was during the show. So Clinton was doing the show, and I was like, "Oh, let's call in your head. I think you're still live." And so we were in a car, and I called in, but they had just ended, and so it was on the air. They were still talking, but they weren't live anymore. And it was Incher, Clinton, Swax, Miss Destiny, and somebody I don't want to mention because they passed away. And afterwards, Annabelle's like, are those the people who are on your wrestling show every week? And I was like, man, that's kind of embarrassing. But
I do miss Clinton on the show, though. I thought
it wasn't a knock on Clinton. It was
I know. Yeah. I always enjoyed President Clinton calling in.
I would. I know he came back on the retirement of Jackie Jones show, so I would be into it. Clinton coming back. I would like to do the roundtable shows, and I think he would be into that. So.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
Canned ham, 98% chance Incher comes back by September. Wow, he's hearing that from his sources, men on the street. Brian Matthew Clutter, when you look up at the moon, do you think maybe Incher looking at the moon at the same time and thinking of you? Aww. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Shout out to William Moore. Clutter, would you rather spend a weekend with Lexar, Jai, or Swax? I mean, not just because he's here, but 100%, I would rather spend a weekend with Lexar.
We would go to strip club together.
Is Jai still alive?
I honestly don't know. I've never seen him maybe he moved out. I used to see him in town. I would see him.
I think he left because after you told him like, "Oh fuck Jai."
Oh no! I mean, I know he left the show, but I don't know. He lives in my town, and I used to see him in town. Like he would be at it's now the local, but he'd be at the BBC. I would see him in town at restaurants and stuff.
You told a story how you and Swax bought tickets, but Swax didn't show up.
Not Swax.
And you tried to call him, and
Jai kept begging me to buy the tickets for him, and I did, and then he didn't go, and he never paid me for them. So.
That's not cool. What about the cart guy? You haven't seen him in a long time either, huh? Remember he used to always bother you?
I did. You know what? I'll be honest. I did see him not long ago at Stop and Shop, and I hate to say this, but I avoided him because I didn't really want to stand there and talk for him. But
he was going to talk about WrestleMania probably.
Yeah. But I did see he was there, so he is around. So I'm not against talking to him, but it depends what mood I'm in. You know what I mean? If you understand.
Yeah, I feel like if you're in a hurry or something, you don't want to be there all day.
No, because he's a guy you talk to, and when you talk, he just looks through you and pays no attention and just waits to start talking again. You know what I mean? It's like it's good content for the show to bring up, but
yeah,
I haven't seen. Also, Jai, I still have this, so maybe I could sell it. He kept begging me to buy this. It was an old WWF turnbuckle, a real one of the blue WWF turnbuckles from like either the 80s or the 90s, and it was on eBay. And he kept begging me to buy it, and then he was going to pay me for it, and so I got it, and then he never paid me, so I never gave it to him. But I still have it. I don't know. Maybe it's
probably could sell it for more money, maybe than what you paid for it.
Something I bought for myself was an 1980s WWF ring crew onesie. So it's like the cameramen and ring crew would
jumpsuit.
wear. Yeah, jumpsuit. It's it's a one piece, with the zip up, and at the time I was a lot heavier, so they had someone was selling a 3X one on eBay, and so I bought it, and I didn't pay a lot of money for it, but I would assume that's probably worth something. And I have the actual Macho Man hat that he wore at WrestleMania 10, the black and white checkerboard. When his estate sold all his stuff, And I did pay a few $100s for it, but I think it's probably worth.
That's still a great deal.
Yeah, I think it's worth.
That's not even a ticket to Raw anymore. You can't even get a ticket to Raw for that price.
Yeah, I assume it's worth it. He signed it too, and it's the actual money worth WrestleMania 10.
Did that show get canceled by A&E where they went ripping everybody off? They're like,
yeah, because I even thought about contacting them to see, like, if I could get, I wouldn't sell for like not that, but if I could get like 10 grand or something for me, that's so.
I felt bad for little Nate on that show. You could tell that he would have been punished if he said, "No, I'm not giving up this stuff," because he works for the company.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna look up do you think Rock or something will tell me how much is Macho Man?
Maybe you should wear that Macho Man head on the show.
Yeah, I would do that. I have pictures of me wearing it, but I haven't worn it in a long time. But we used to not do the show on video, but now that we do, yeah, I could definitely wear it sometime. I don't want it to get stained or anything, but I don't think I would stain the hat on my head. Let me see. How much is wow. They say a photo, a screen used or authentic ring-worn Macho Man Randy Savage cowboy hat, particularly from a major event like WrestleMania, is worth thousands. A documented photo match ring-worn cowboy hat from his career sold for roughly $9,000 in 2025, and it's like a really lame-ass one. It's like this, like
that sounds. I bet you could probably get 10 grand for it because it's signed too, right?
Yeah. Individual costume pieces from his career have been highly valuable at auctions, with some such as a costume selling for up to $197,000. Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Yeah, I have that, and I have. Oh no, the hat that did sell is really nice. It's similar because mine's checkerboard, but it's silver and black checkerboard, and it's from WrestleMania 10. But that one's
that's cool.
That one went for $9,000. But I also have a bow tie, and I have a ring jacket with tassels on it. I don't believe they're
that's
from
cool.
WrestleMania,
Just
but
don't sell it to WWE. They'll underpay you.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll try to rip you off.
Oh, we'll let you come to it. We'll give you a free ticket to a show.
We'll give you 10th row tickets. The first 15 rows.
We'll give you some T-shirts from the warehouse. I do regret.
I won T-shirts.
Go on.
Sorry,
we'll give you.
I won T-shirts from the radio station for WWE. They never mailed them to me. I had to call, and then finally they mailed them.
I won. You remember how Think the Fink? They used to do that.
Bite this.
Yeah, bite this.
This.
I won that once, and I was supposed to win it was like I don't know if it was a WWF trivia book or something, and I never got it. They never sent it to me, and that was hard to win. I went out Think the Fink. I contacted them a bunch of times, but they never replied or shit.
How I did it was I emailed the radio station. Thank God it was like paired up a promotional thing with the radio station. Then the radio station talked to them, and then I got my stuff finally.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Big Can Ham. Next week we're going to be live with Dusty Wolf. I'm not sure what time we'll do that show. I'll have to ask him. We may have to go live during Dynamite. I'm not sure. We had to do it on Wednesday because he's a college teacher, college professor, and he teaches on Tuesdays. So
that's cool.
So we're gonna do that Wednesday. He's on the West Coast though, I believe. So whatever time works for him. If we can do it after Dynamite, well, if not, whatever. I'll know.
I wasn't a big fan of Dynamite.
Oh, really? I thought Dynamite was really good tonight. I thought the main event was great. I thought a lot of the promos were really good. I just think the booking of Will Ospreay is terrible.
Whoa.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Did you see Clayface Cheese or Brian Matthew Clutter? Looks like they're leaning heavily into horror. Yeah, definitely. We'll probably talk more about that Without Your Head. But yeah, I'm into this. Looks good. Nikhil And I've never really read a lot of Batman comics. I never really read a lot of comics, so I know who Clayface is, but I don't really know a lot about him. So, and I do like that I love the Joker and stuff, but it's like, how many times can you see like the same villains over and over? I'm glad they're doing, something different,
Yeah.
And that's a good thing about Batman. He has so many villains. Nikhil, it seemed like a fucking monkey's tea party at WrestleMania weekend. Wrestlers getting sexually assaulted, fans trying to take photos of wrestlers having a piss, boundaries well and truly jumped over. What is the reason you think for the sheer volume of shitheads? Yeah, that you would think, there could be one-offs doing whatever, but it is weird there's so many people doing that. And
yeah.
I mean, it's hard to just stop everyone from doing that, but you just think like people, when I don't know, you just have sense not to do this stuff. But I think a lot of people don't really have sense anymore.
Yeah. Next year in Saudi, they won't do that because they'll take them out back and shoot them in the head.
Exactly. Yeah. They might not care if they do it to the women. They're like, they don't have rights or something. But in 2001, someone was really high on Rhino until he suffered a neck injury. Pretty much went wild at Mania and TLC, made the hardcore title worth something again, and actually got picked for the main event on Invasion. Never was the same for Terry Rhinoceros after the injuries. Thoughts? I was always a big Rhino fan. He actually did better in WWE than I thought he would. I didn't think they would really do much with him. Not a great talker, and like a wide guy, but not like a guy in like WWE, like, rip shape. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think Paul Heyman being there probably helped him get used fairly well. But
he cut the best promos in ECW, the original one. We just like,
yeah, better. I still don't think he was never really known for his promos. I don't think
he was really good friends with Kurt Angle and Edge and Christian, which I think probably helped him a little too.
Yeah. That didn't help.
Kurt Angle was a top guy back then.
It didn't help Cesaro. He was buddies with those guys.
No.
Kevin Nash called out WWE on Click This for the lack of food backstage at Hall of Fame ceremony. Be there at 3:00, leave at midnight. Absolutely not a stitch of food for the talent available. No protein, some bag of chips, a couple of bananas, and a tangerine. I asked the head of talent relations. I won't say his name. I asked him, is there food? He didn't come back. He didn't come in and say hi to me until Stephanie was done. In other words, he probably will never have to use him again because he will never do anything again. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, wrestlers are all like, for the most part, like big dudes. Like they could, and the company's worth billions now. There's really no reason not to have like a bunch of food.
They're just a bunch of cheap asses. That's why. Yeah, they no catering all the Hall of Fame.
They're like, this random dude paid money to be a commentator on the women's match. Let's let him do it. But can they use his money to buy some food for the people?
Couldn't they even get the McDonald's or something? My God.
Yeah.
The Hall of Fame backstage, no food. Good God.
You're just bagging.
So cheap.
And like you said, most of those guys don't want to eat potato chips and stuff because they're all like healthy and
they're milking all the fans of money.
There'd probably be some mark company that might even do it for free to be backstage at the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you're right, actually, or at least for a good deal. And they could just hire their own caterers to come around anytime. But like you're saying, like the place was charging $25 for a bottle of water. Like
yeah. They get it from like the Dollar Tree, probably the most generic water you can buy.
Just bring back WWE New York.
I bought some recently. It was from my supermarket, but I bought the store brand, and the bottle is like it's so like flimsy, like you can't.
Oh yeah,
you can
that
barely
like
even put it. Yeah, you can barely even put it on on the table. Like it just falls over.
Yeah, I know. I've had those too.
Just like what
they like fold in half or like disintegrating. They're so cheap, and then it's hard to open it.
The water just comes out because like
the water goes everywhere. Yeah,
yeah.
Those are so cheap.
And
that's a 99-cent store.
And you can't put the lid back on. Like it does. It's so hard for it to like get tight. It just kind of it just keeps spinning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I read Triple H versus Austin versus Rock was still talked around prior to WrestleMania 17. And Undertaker and Kane versus Rikishi and Haku would have been the semi-main, which would have left Big Show versus Raven with a clusterfuck of hardcore cretins doing the 24/7. They got it right in the end. Do you agree? I don't really remember what to make that. I don't
that
really
was WrestleMania 17. That was a great show.
Is that the one with
2001
with Guerrero and what's the one where Guerrero and Benoit win?
Oh, that's 2004. That's WrestleMania 20.
I was there for that one.
Oh, really?
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Lexus King won the Speed Championship. Oh boy. And Ethan Page now on Raw. Did Tony fumble? No. The Lexus King winning the Speed Championship is not nothing to brag about. That's like a completely meaningless thing.
I'm surprised AEW never tried with Brian Pillman Jr. They had that dark side of the ring. You think they would have done something with
I don't think he's been used well in either. I would argue he was used better in AEW, and I don't think he was used great there either. But at least they acknowledge use Brian Pillman Jr. He's not like
they just want to own the name. Hate that.
And we'll see. We'll have to wait and see on Ethan Page. Just because he's on Raw doesn't mean he's doing anything. I personally don't see much in Ethan Page, but he does seem like a WWE guy. They do like those guys. Like he's kind of like a Theory, where he's sound on everything. Like he's like not a small guy. He's fine in the ring. He has a little bit of a personality, I guess, but he doesn't excel at anything to me. So he's very much like a Theory, and they seem to like those kind of people.
I think he's better than Theory, but he'll just be like a mid-card heel, I think.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah, I kind of see more of a low-end guy, but we'll see. Ricky Saints, now that's actually a guy I do think you could do something with, but I don't know if they ever will. Was asked how he'd grade his runs in AEW and NXT. Went with a B for AEW and currently a B+ for NXT. I don't know. I mean, he wrestled he was in the ring with Sting and stuff in AEW.
He was on the main event of the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you can't be like, oh, I was used better in AEW when you're working for. Plus, just the idea, it's like you're in WWE, but you're in their like wrestling school, and you've been wrestling for like a decade.
Yeah. The pay-per-views at AEW have like 20,000 people. They have a much bigger crowd than the NXT ones. They're just in like a high school place, or a college campus.
This may sound like I'm defending Triple H, so stop that shit right now. That wouldn't be so foul. But when TKO does fire him, what on earth will this company look like? I don't think they'll ever fire him. Chances are they'll put someone in charge who knows less than he does about wrestling. I don't foresee them firing him, but if they did fire him and they did put in like, some like old football player or something that had nothing to do with wrestling or like some coach or something, I do think it would be pretty terrible.
What if they had like Paul Heyman to run it? It'd be a lot better, I think.
Yeah.
Somebody like that. It could be better. You never know.
I always think it's better to look for the next Paul Heyman, but he's a guy that changes with the time. I'm, a lot of people when I was like, Bill Watts has a great run, obviously, but then he comes back years later and he's just, so fixated in another era. Jim Cornette the same way, no matter what people want to say. But Paul Heyman's definitely a guy that's changed with the times. So
yeah,
you could still. I think there'd still be a lot left there.
I'm surprised they didn't get rid of him when the McMahon thing happened. They just didn't clean house. They have Bruce Pritchard and Michael Hayes and all those people still there.
Well, I don't think Paul Heyman's too connected to Vince, but obviously Pritchard and Michael Hayes were. Yeah.
Could you imagine if something happened like with Donald Trump doing a thing with this bad with women with the company, and they said, "Don't worry, we have a son-in-law running the company now." That would never happen, really.
Yeah, well, he may have done. I think he did a lot worse, honestly. He's still president. Patrick Muldoon dies. Days of Our Lives, Melrose Place, and Starship Troopers actor was 57. It's too bad. I was a big, you know what? I actually saw him on Days of Our Lives because I used to watch Days of Our Lives when I'd come home from school because my mom would be watching it and it would just be on TV. My grandmother, actually.
That's cool.
Like sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Nash said that in a promo when he was cosplaying the
remember
Four
that.
Horsemen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the two she would watch was that and Another World. There's not too many of those left anymore. Most of them, are gone.
Do you remember the Another World theme?
Yeah.
The theme song, how it goes?
Take me away to another world. Just looking at the WrestleMania cards, and it's crazy. It's 2 nights, and so many people are left off the shows. Remember when they used to do Battle Royal and 6-man tags? Yeah, I don't think it makes a show better if you just have a bunch of random 6 and 8-man tag matches. But I do think the Royal Rumble is a good way to get everybody on the show. I mean, a Battle Royal is a good way. And I like them too. I think it's fun to open the show and you get a big Battle Royal and you see everybody and you can throw a surprise person in there, whatnot. It's fun. Roman Reigns looks to reunite the bloodline with the Usos. And plus a lot of the matches were 7 minutes and stuff. So there wasn't a lot of wrestling, honestly, on WrestleMania. Roman Reigns looks to reunite the bloodline with the Usos and gets challenged by Jacob Fatu for Backlash. I do like the idea of Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns, but I think we've seen enough bloodline.
Oh my God, is it ever going to end? 5 years in the future, it'll
with who's the guy? Who's the other that terrible guy?
Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, Solo suck him off. Okay. That guy blows. He wasn't on the show.
Thank God.
R.I.P. Van Hammer. Yeah, that's sad. I think I mentioned it this weekend, but yeah. Favorite memories. Honestly, I liked his. I wish they would have. I think you could have done more with his character from The Flock. But from what I understand, he was battling demons pretty bad at that point, so maybe you couldn't. But I thought that character was kind of ahead of its time. It's edgy and. Alex Shelley of Motor City Machine Guns addresses pecking order in WWE. We're kind of stuck. Wow, I'm surprised he mentioned that. He would mention that. That probably will not do him well.
I was surprised they got to keep their name.
Yeah, I remember when they came in and people were telling me, "Oh, they're the tag champs. That's awesome." I'm like, it's not. For one thing, that's almost meaningless in WWE being tag champs. And what have they done since? Nothing.
Yeah, I never thought they'd be in WWE though, so I'm happy for them. Chris Sabin's in better shape now than he was in 2003.
They would. I would have liked, just as a fan, there was definitely more stuff for them to do in AEW. FTR, Copen, Young Bucks, Copen, and Christian. The people who removed Rey Mysterio's mask in WCW would be hit with a hammer every morning until they somehow become less stupid. The money WWE has made on this guy is shocking. Do you agree? Oh, yeah. Even then, I think everyone realized it was pretty stupid.
He's on
WrestleMania every year.
That's going a little extreme, isn't it, Nikhil?
2001 must have been the best and worst year of Rhino's life. Wow, he's really into Rhino tonight. He was made ECW champion in January with the promise he was on top. He was the top man if they got a TV deal. Then it died. Yeah, that was. It's weird, but that's 20-something years, and I'm still sad when I think about ECW not being around anymore. I was a huge ECW fan.
And WCW passed away also.
Yeah, it was that was the death of wrestling.
Yeah, bad times.
President Mark Shapiro told the University of Alabama class that TKO has full control over WWE Creative. As soon as Paul Levesque wasn't made a member of the Super Friends, aka TKO board member, when the companies merged, he was in trouble. He's basically Brian Gerwitz on beta blockers. Thoughts? I don't know. I hate to answer it like that. The original pitch for what evolved into Pat McAfee aligning with Randy Orton was meant to be Aleister Black and McKay. I didn't hear that actually. Meltzer said it always was going to be Pat McAfee.
It didn't make any sense for McAfee.
No, I don't think it would have made a lot of sense for Aleister Black either, to be honest.
It would have made a little bit more sense because he was like trying to get him to the dark side, like to turn into a bad guy on SmackDown and backstage promos and stuff.
I do love WWE logic. You'll have a big hand in the main event or you won't be on the card at all. So fuck off. Yeah. If that's what happened, yeah, it is pretty shitty for Aleister Black. I think MJF needs to get the title back at Double or Nothing. I'm really liking the Darby run, honestly. But I like that they keep MJF really wanting the title because that makes it important. It's not like, everyone should want the world title. So I actually I have no problem with what they're doing now. But I like I said earlier on the review, I think MJF will get the title back.
And what better way to begin it at Double or Nothing, which is in New York. Queens, New York, not too far away from Long Island.
I'm looking forward to next week. I think Darby and Brody King will be really good, and I really like Darby's promo tonight. He's like he's going to defend the belt till his body falls apart. I like that.
So I hope they do the Casino Battle Royal. They haven't done that the last few years. I always enjoyed that since they don't have a Royal Rumble. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with the wild card, a mystery person showing up.
Yeah.
So Brody King is going to challenge Darby Allin at the next AEW pay-per-view?
No, next week on Dynamite. When is the next episode, Mike Bessler? Right now. This is the third show in the last 5 days. Bruce Briscoe, another loss for Will Ospreay and the Death Riders making the save. Yeah, I went over this earlier. I thought it was fucking terrible booking. Brian Matthew Clutter, have you checked your P.O. box recently? There may be some bootleg in your head merch. Yeah, so I've not. I'm going to do that this week. And people send some stuff in because next week I'll open anything that comes in. I'll open it live on the show. And unlike the OIB, I'll keep it OIB. I will open it on the show. I'll open it, and I won't block anyone from sending me stuff. So. I say that at my own risk.
Didn't some guy from Australia once mail you a hat that had a human stuff on it? And then he thought you were going to put it on your head, but you just threw it away. You're like, what the hell?
He sent me a hat that had a stain, that it was stained inside. And at the same time, he had videos up where he was masturbating into his hat. So I just assume that this is probably not good to I don't need this.
Yeah. Straight to the trash.
Yeah, I did that one I actually did throw away and I never put on. Yeah. So
all the way from Australia too. What a waste of money.
Yeah.
That probably cost him like $50 to mail that.
Yeah.
You might get something weird like another tombstone or a plastic ear or something.
Yeah, anything that's fun or interesting. Some people have got mad that I got the that dog toy, and it's like I didn't send it to my. I don't know. Did you guys? I opened that one without your head. I guess I got the this dog.
Oh, I saw it. I remember.
Toy, but it was like it's not like I bought it. It's not like, oh man, I really need this. Like someone sent it to me. I've got a lot of use of it since. No. You can check that out on my own. I don't. You probably couldn't even do that on OnlyFans. You probably get kicked off.
No, you'd probably get kicked off.
Yeah, rightfully so. I still don't know where you. I don't want to know either. Don't anyone tell me. But I'm surprised you can even buy such a thing. Like I would think.
No, that's like out of Vince McMahon's closet.
He'd go on some kind of list or something. All right. Well, thank you guys for sending the questions. You can send those in. I'm going to try to put that up earlier. I might put that up tonight. You can send in questions throughout the week. Also, if you're not on Facebook, you can email them to iyhwrestling@gmail.com or Jack is it Jack? We'll just do it at iyhwrestling@gmail.com. And follow us wherever. Some midnight movies are coming up. All right. So tomorrow I'll be on Without Your Head. We're going to talk about Frankie Maniac Woman. And we'll be back here next week with Dusty Wolf, which I'm really looking forward to. Dusty Wolf.
Are you going to take calls tomorrow on Without Your Head?
Yeah. We'll take video calls after the guest. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll try to call in.
So probably around 10, I would say we'll take video calls. Guests will probably be on an hour or less, I would think.
Okay, cool.
So it should be me, Troy, Tara, maybe Cousin Age, I don't know. And and we'll have we may actually have the director of the movie too, but really cool. I really like the movie a lot. We watched it together, me, Tara, and Troy. Really bloody, very fun slasher film with a female. Instead of she kills women, but instead of usually, it's a guy going around killing women in a slasher, but this is a woman going around killing women in a slasher. So if you want to see women on woman violence, like so, Frankie Maniac Woman. I really like.
I did see you're seen in End Zone 2 on Tubi. I thought you were good in it. You're very good in it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's Backwoods Bob.
Yeah. That's cool. It's on Tubi. I finally got to see it. So that's cool.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really fun doing Backwoods Bob. That was the first feature film that I acted in. And then, because then we filmed Once a Future Smash after that. And since then, I've done a few things. I don't know if any of them have been released yet, but Our Man Funk, Pretty Little Nobodies, Manicorn, Upcoming Arbor Day. So, yeah, thank you.
That's cool. You got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah. And if you've never seen my short film, Umbilicus Desidero, I'm a fan of that as well.
Cool. I'll check that out.
It's on YouTube. It's only 4 minutes. And I've won many accolades for it. I have a lot of trophies back here for Umbilicus Desidero.
Oh, that's cool.
And we won a lot of awards for End Zone 2 and What's the Future Smash.
But have you won an Oscar, a Guild?
Not yet, huh?
No, but I won cool. I've won a lot. We've won a lot of accolades. We won a lot of. I have some back here, and then we have some of them are with Michael and Sophia in LA. So.
Cool.
Did you check out the WWE shop? I did not. Well, we can do that quick.
God, I bet their prices are insane for the WrestleMania merch.
Yeah.
$80 for a t-shirt. And that's on clearance.
They're so crazy everywhere now, because when I went to see what's his name? John Carpenter in concert. And I was gonna buy like a t-shirt, something. It was like $90 for a hoodie and
yeah.
I was just like, what the hell?
They're like $60.
Yeah, I saw him live. It was a great show. I saw him live in New York. So my New York trip was really great last year. I hosted a panel at New York Comic Con, which was a really huge deal for me. And while I was there, I went and saw John Carpenter live in concert, which was a great event. He did all his themes, Halloween, They Live, Assault on Precinct 13, The Thing, like all of them. And it was him, and he had a band. One of them, I think, was his son, and then a couple other people. And it was the only time I've ever seen John Carpenter happy. He had a giant smile on his face. He's usually a really miserable guy, and he's like, "Oh shit, this is what he enjoys." And it was
he likes that way better than movies.
Yeah, it was this place. I think it's called the Knockout. It's like I guess it's a fairly like famous kind of underground like place where they do concerts, and it's just like this big giant like warehouse pretty much. It was friggin' packed. It was sold out. Just tons of people there. A lot of hot women there for John Carpenter. He could have done well for himself if he he wants to. But it was a wild experience.
You wouldn't,
Lights, and they were showing clips of the movies behind them the whole time, and I didn't know what to expect going in, but it was a great experience.
That's cool.
And he actually had the biggest merch. Carpenter. He had a whole room just full of merch, like more than like at a wrestling show, and it was just all his. I was like, holy shit! And I was like, I'm gonna get, but then when I saw the price, like, holy shit! Should look on eBay. Maybe I could get like a hoodie cheaper.
Probably.
All right. They had a cool work shirt too. It was from They Live, so it had the guy's name on it.
Was it a reprint or was it an original?
I mean, it was made. It was it's official merchandise. So.
Okay, but I mean, it's not like 40 years old, right?
No. It's new stuff, but it was like the work shirt was like $150.
Oh wow.
Let's see. We got. Actually, I do. You know what? I do like this shirt. I'll be honest. I like this shirt. They got like the kind of the old school poster, almost like a boxing poster. Brock versus Oba, WrestleMania 42. I would actually wear that shirt. I like that shirt. But yeah,
I like it too.
$35. You know what? I did think they'd actually even be more, but 35. I don't understand this. It's a WrestleMania Vegas shirt. Why does it have the XO on it? Oh, it's 40. Is that no? That's not 40.
I don't know. Is that like a windbreaker?
$250.
Wow. That's a real cost.
Why XO? It seems like love. Like you sign a letter XO in it.
Kind of like that guy signed his hat.
I thought it'd be the number for 42, but I thought it'd be the number for 42, but it isn't.
No, XLII is 42. I like this a lot. I would actually wear this football jersey. I wouldn't pay $100 for it, but look, it's already sold out in 3X, 2X, and small. I like that a lot. Yeah. I will admit. I'll admit when stuff's nice. That's nice. WrestleMania plate for your belts. What is this? No, this is a new Paige shirt. Scream for me. Yeah, see that I wouldn't wear.
I don't like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have given her a better shirt.
Yeah.
Besides, Scream for me just reminds me of Iron Maiden because that's what Bruce always says.
Yeah. He's a fan of Iron Maiden. I talked to her about Iron Maiden. Her favorite Iron Maiden album is Caught Somewhere in Time or Somewhere in Time.
Somewhere in Time, yeah.
Yeah, that's Paige's favorite Iron Maiden album.
Extra word.
If I went to WrestleMania, I would buy that shirt, but I would not. I think buying like a WrestleMania shirt like that when you're not there, it's kind of like a poser thing to do.
Yeah, you could sell it in the future for more. I'm sure, probably, because I've done that. I bought old pay-per-view stuff on clearance and then sold it on eBay.
Yeah, I've done the same. Oba Femi, that's pretty cool. Do you think? I don't. I hope he does well. I don't really foresee him being the next Brock Lesnar though, but we'll see.
Oh, I have a signed plaque from Brock and Heyman. I should put it on eBay. I bet people would be looking for Brock Lesnar stuff now. It's been in my closet for like 24 years.
My brother called me a ghoul because I sold a bunch of Dale Earnhardt Jr. stuff when he died.
Oh, yeah. One of my friends met Elton John at a bookstore in Hollywood when his movie came out. And she got me the book signed. It was like only like $30, and I sold it on eBay for $1,500. But I thought, man, if I waited till after he died, I bet I could have got more.
Yeah. Roman Reigns, that's a nice shirt. I know some people are against like people being on the shirt, but it doesn't really bother me. That looks cool.
I like it. Yeah. I like it. People on the shirt.
No one ever said that until Kevin Nash mentioned it, like it being gay, and then I think everyone just jumped on that.
People just parrot Nash the marks.
Yeah. Danhausen, man, Danhausen's definitely a guy way better in WWE. I don't think anyone's going to argue that AEW used him better.
Then Ring of Honor too.
Yeah, I remember that first night, and he got some booze, and I kept telling people because they were like, Conan and Disco, or they're like, "Oh, he's this giant failure." But I'm like, it was really just how they did that because people are expecting Jericho, but I knew like he would get over.
Yeah,
he's been over. He was over with no promotion at all. So I like this.
He has a following for sure.
Yeah, and it's not little kids like they think. It's I mean, it might be kids because I think kids now will see him, but little kids didn't see him on the indies. And
I remember the first time I saw him in Ring of Honor in like 2018 or 2019. I was like, this gimmick looks interesting. But then I saw him wrestle. I was like, oh, this guy can't wrestle at all.
Yeah, he stinks. People compare him to Orange Cassidy, but there's no comparison. Orange Cassidy is like a great in-ring wrestler, but Danhausen stinks. But he doesn't need to wrestle, honestly.
If he was a great wrestler, he'd be like a top guy, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, because the gimmick would limit him in WWE from being a top guy, which I've never really understood. I think it's just a self-fulfilling prophecy where they're like, fun equals no money, but they never, because they have that theory, they never push like a comedy guy as a top guy.
Yeah, Kurt Angle was doing a lot of comedy when he was a top guy.
Yeah, so didn't even Austin did, and The Rock, and Mick Foley. But I think like it stopped. They never wanted to go with Hurricane, Santino.
Yeah,
and I think both guys, or even R-Truth at times. Brock Lesnar.
I was always a fan of. I like it too.
Yeah, I like that one.
How much is that one?
$35. A little more I want to spend for a t-shirt, but I realize I guess that's probably what they go for now.
Oh, they have a football helmet. That's cool.
Civil regime? What? I don't even understand.
I don't know.
Maybe just TKO's way of that's the TKO way. Civil regime.
Civil regime? I don't know. It almost looks like it's an AI shirt. They just like we'll make this shirt or something.
What is this? Might as well put it on the website.
What the fuck?
NFL
this is only
football
$1,800. Yeah, it's only $1,800, Lexar, if you want to get one.
Is it signed by anybody?
I don't think so.
Oh,
it's number. Is it limited to one? Oh, yeah,
one of one.
Well, honestly, that's not too bad if it's one of one. Is it hand? It must be hand painted.
It must be like a custom thing, custom made.
I'm surprised it's still here, to be honest, if it's one of one.
Yeah,
they got a bunch of them
for every NFL team, I guess.
No, I don't think so. I think they're just different paintings from different people. They don't have an actual team on. They just say WrestleMania. This one's a couple of them are 2,000.
Wow.
Oh, art by Alex Albert. I don't even know who that is, but
Google them.
There's the 18 shirt.
Yeah, we got old school Why they're more money? Why are the old school WrestleMania shirts more money? They're $40.
I don't know.
Wow, Cody Rhodes lift belt's $150.
Is it signed at least?
No.
Wow.
Damn, that's
I like that shirt. The old school WWE shirt.
Oh,
no. There's one.
Yeah, this one's really ugly, I think.
Little Yachty. Everybody's favorite.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I like this one with all the guys on it. WrestleMania 12.
Yeah, that's cool.
Got Undertaker, Diesel, Hitman, Razor, and Shawn Michaels. I like that. That's cool.
Razor wasn't even part of the show.
Well, he's kind of dead. Like,
he wasn't?
Yeah, no, he wasn't. He was supposed to wrestle Goldust, and then he
it was Piper.
Yeah, it was Piper. Then Razor like turned in his notice to Vince, and
yeah,
he
that
was
was
leaving
here.
for WCW.
Yeah, that's a really stupid shirt then. To put
That was at Arrowhead Pond. Yeah.
This is weird.
Were you there, Michael Petretti?
No, I wasn't there. That was 1996, right?
Yep, 1996.
I wasn't watching then. Yeah.
This is odd because it's WrestleMania. Then it just has a couple random, like, it's got, a Rock, NWO, DX, Triple H, and Austin patches on it, and Complex, whatever that is. I don't like that. That's stupid.
Yeah, it looks like a ugly mock-up.
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero. Like, it's just got like
the Iron Cross on there.
Either you have to add like 20 more patches, in my opinion. This is this is the thing that you should do yourself. Add your own, make your own battle vest.
Yeah,
it doesn't have enough patches on it. You know what I mean?
Making custom jackets. Yeah.
It's only got like 6 patches. It's weird. The hat's nice. $50. Why?
Good Lord.
$50? Why is it so much more than the t-shirt? It's the same way though. It's just got random patches. Austin,
I don't like
Complex.
that.
What's Complex? I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Even just the WrestleMania hat is
I have a blue SmackDown hat. I don't know.
$45.
My hat I got for like $10, but that was like in 2004.
Look at this. It's actually used though. It was used in Undertaker versus AJ Styles match. It's up to
put that in my living room.
I'm gonna buy it to be buried in. Like I want to be buried in.
You can have it to go along with that tombstone you have of Jackie Jones.
Right. Yeah, they could put that as my tombstone. The current build's only $10,100. Like, so if you want it.
Jeez. Better save up.
What is this? This makes it look like John Cena's like a drug addict or something.
Oh, that's what's that movie with Johnny Depp? Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
But it's like, but it makes it look like he's like on mushrooms or something.
Oh, that would make me like him more.
Yeah, is Cena a big ass?
It'd make it more interesting. If he showed up to WrestleMania on shrooms or something.
I like these shirts, but that's a weird one. Nothing against either person, but
you can't see him, but he can see infinity.
I get some more WrestleMania ones.
They add up both days to the attendance total now. It's like
that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
It's total bullshit. We had over 105,000 people. How many of them went the same night?
That's stupidity. So if you hold like a show that has over 3 days, if they start doing WrestleMania 3 days, then it's like, well, this beats every record ever. It's like, because it's 3 days. The record has to be the one night. You can't be like these other records when it's more people than the place could even hold.
Yeah, that's funny.
It's like $300 for the title's not too bad. But it's a desktop title, so it's not even that big.
Oh, it's small.
Yeah. A WrestleMania briefcase for some reason. Now, this would make sense if there was Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, but there wasn't. Yeah. So what's the point of a WrestleMania briefcase? Like if you were like if you were an accountant or something, would you bring that to work?
Here comes this Mark accountant.
Imagine if your lawyer brought that to like defend you or something.
See, I'd get the difference. Is that like a public defense attorney? One of those free lawyers?
The lawyer they give, he shows up with his WrestleMania briefcase.
If I work at Wall Street, I probably will bring that.
I'd be like, I think it's time to defend myself.
Yeah.
There we get some $30 for some underwear.
That's underwear.
These look just like the ones I've seen at the Dollar Tree for $1.25.
They're probably the same material.
I think exactly the same, man.
Wash them this 10, 20 times, they fall apart.
Here's this briefcase. At least it's a poker set. At least that makes sense. It's a tie to Vegas, but still $325.
God.
Oh boy. Yeah, there is some nice stuff. I actually like this. It's like a hockey jersey.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
The Vegas Golden Knights hockey jersey.
Oh, okay. Before we go, should we look at clearance?
Sure.
Yeah.
See if it's expensive.
Get a cane. People still buy these pop dolls. I thought they were kind of out, but
I see some fans buy those dolls and like put them on display.
Yeah, but
when I went to WrestleMania, I got one signed by Trish for $30.
No, that's not.
At a store across the street, though. I thought that was a good deal. I resold it on eBay for like $60.
Cody versus John Cena.
That was a terrible match.
Yeah,
you're lucky you didn't watch it. The Fiend,
Friends for
Alexa
Eternity?
and Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss.
Pass. Who the hell is this? Legado del Fantasma?
Oh, that's his group. He used to have a group.
Must not be doing very well. $8.
Wow, finally something on sale. It's actually on sale.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy. I would buy a shirt for $8, but I don't even know who those people are. So.
Probably they're not with the company anymore, maybe. I don't know.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order. Here you go, Becky the Man Lynch.
They still call her the Man.
Yeah. Here you go. Would you buy this, Lexar?
No.
Chris Canyon is rolling in his grave.
Not to be an ass or anything, but that shirt is a total friend of the week shirt right there. I like this. If you don't, I have a bunch of tiki mugs behind me. I like tiki mugs. I just have a Wolfman one and stuff. I like tiki mugs. So if anyone wants to buy me a gift, $18.99, not too bad. So anyone, if you ever want to buy me a gift, I honestly do like tiki mugs. So we got Andre the Giant. Look, all these are cool. That Andre the Giant one's awesome because he's even bigger. The Hogan one looks insane. The Rock's got the eyebrow. Undertaker, Steve Austin, Roman Reigns, Hollywood Hogan, and the Warrior. The only one I'm probably not too big. I'm not a big Warrior fan, but those are cool.
Okay, so
the Warrior wouldn't have liked the last T-shirt.
Out of all those
wouldn't have liked the
mugs,
Friend of the Week shirt.
Yeah. Out of all those tiki mugs, which ones you would want?
These ones?
Yeah, the tiki mugs.
If I pick one, I really like, honestly, I really like the Andre the Giant one, honestly. I would, but if I'll say my top three, Andre, I like the Undertaker one, and probably Hollywood Hogan.
Oh yeah, I always liked Hollywood Hogan.
John Cena shirt.
My favorite version of Hogan.
It's a weird color for the Umaga shirt. I don't really like. It's like a
wow. They have a Bailey role model shirt still. That's from like 12 years ago.
Oh, wow. It's still not even that cheap. $13.99. Don't hinder the gender. Holy fuck!
Oh man,
how old is that?
Jinder Mahal.
Don't
at least over like 10 years.
Damn.
The shirt from 2015.
Wouldn't you think that stuff would be like $5 by now? Because they have some of the shirts are $8.
How much is it? The Jinder Mahal shirt?
$10.
Whoa, it's too much. Should be $5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, $3.
I got a Reverend Devon shirt for $3 once on Shop.
That's really?
Yeah, it's like, oh, this is only $3.
Look at this, Alundra Blaze shirt. I don't really like white shirt. I'm sorry, Lexar, I don't really like white shirts, but $8 ain't bad.
I could have that print. I could have that logo put on here on my shirt.
Yeah, exactly. You should just draw it. Get a yellow and a red Sharpie and draw it.
Mm-hmm.
A-Town Down Under.
Oh, Austin Theory and the Grayson Waller guy. That was a tag team that's not around anymore.
Yeah, it's one of Michael Petrelli's favorite groups. Latino World Order. This is really weirdly made. It's like outsiders are like right underneath your balls. I don't really understand the placing of that. Like, why would it be there?
I don't know.
You wanted to print on your buttock side, the outsiders.
I don't know. It's just weird. I've never seen something printed right at like underneath the balls. Like it's not even over. I don't know. I just don't get it. I would feel weird wearing.
They're trying to get people to look at their package, I guess.
Yeah. Here's the Austin Tiki mug's only $12. That one doesn't look as nice as the one is it the same series?
It
like it doesn't really look
detail
like they don't look. It looks different on the back here than it actually does. Yeah, they need the beard needs to be colored or something. I don't know. It's not as nice. Yeah. Wow, look at that. That's kind of cool. Lex Luger versus Yokozuna, SummerSlam.
That's cool.
Big for fans of countouts. What the hell is that?
Balloon drops.
Oh, here you go. Get your Nigerian. Now, what would someone think if you were walking down the street and they weren't a wrestling fan? Even if you were a wrestling fan, you'd probably not know who that is. And you had a shirt that said the Nigerian Giant on it.
I got some employees that are Nigerian. I wonder if they want that.
That's a weird ass shirt.
Can you imagine a white guy wearing that in the hood?
Just a big fan of the BBC or something. Here's a gray ECW shirt. That's weird. Like all every
it should be black.
Black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Sandman's was white, I think, for something.
Yeah, Sandman's. I would have liked it better black.
Eddie Guerrero, I'm your poppy blanket.
Oh, blanket.
A lot of these outsiders.
They should have put his picture on that.
Yeah. What is this? Does that say panty? Oh, party time. I thought it said panty
party time.
Party all the time. Katana and Aiden? Who the fuck is that?
Is that Pretty Deadly?
Yeah, that is Pretty Deadly.
They were on SmackDown.
Block Party.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's only $8. So.
That made me not want to watch it when they would come on. It's like, oh god.
One of those guys has a broken neck, though. That's why he hasn't been on TV.
I think his career's over, is it? I don't know.
What is that?
The culling?
That's the guy from NXT's group, Sean Spears, the Perfect 10.
Wow. Jesus. You'd have to be a real loser to want to buy that.
Yeah. How much is it? $10?
Like $15 still.
Oh my god.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
That's pretty sweet. I like that.
His son was at the show.
Oh, shit. It's only got small left. I'd buy this. The $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase shirt.
Oh, yeah. In support of Ted DiBiase Jr., he's been found not guilty in his fraud trial. How about that, Jack?
He got a ticket to WrestleMania.
Razor Ramon. My mom had this actual shirt back in the day from the 90s when they first put it out. I think the whole shirt was yellow though. But
does she still have it?
Maybe. I don't know.
It's probably worth something.
Yeah, I sold a lot of old WWE shirts on eBay for quite a bit. WCW.
I was surprised how much they're worth from the 90s.
Yeah, me too.
Braun Breaker.
WrestleFest. Oh, damn, that's cool. It's my favorite. I guess a guy passed away and made that. It was a T-shirt, WrestleFest. I would wear that. I like In Your House hat.
I like that too. That's very 90s.
Yeah. I used to give away old T-shirts on the show. My old T-shirts. I gave an old In Your House shirt away. I think to Crystal in Denver. It was probably worth $100.
You should have sold it on eBay. You could have got like $300 for it.
It wasn't worth anything at the time. This was like in the early 2000s.
Oh. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks.
Nobody's bitch. This is what Intro should get when he comes back.
What wrestler is that?
Dunn. Pete
Dunn.
No, what kind of nickname is that? Because it would mean that someone does think you're somebody's bitch. You know what I mean?
Maybe he just got out of prison. I don't know.
I don't remember him saying that line either.
No, I don't either.
I don't either.
What is this? Well, this is a Braun Breaker shirt. No wonder that didn't last. That's pretty rotten. The dogs are barking. Wow, this is only $2. It's a Connor's Cure bracelet. Wow, the headbangers.
Wow, that's cool. Headbangers. How much is that?
I like that? $9. Only get small.
And Oh.
Yeah, this is only small left. I do like that. It's like the original.
WCW shirt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a Lita shirt. Look at this. You get some Ultimate Warrior underwear.
All this stuff is highlighting the package. Whoever designed this was thinking about that.
It's very ball heavy.
Yeah. How come they don't put it on the buttocks area? I remember my ex-girlfriend, she used to wear a pants that said Bootylicious on it on the buttocks area. It says the Bootylicious on her buttocks.
None of these look like they do on the back. Because like the back, they show more color and stuff. They show like this other.
Maybe you get it, it wouldn't even be like carved. When you get it in the mail, it'd just be like like not even half done.
Because these are really shitty, honestly. They're not very nice.
Yeah.
Luger. Does that say the lesbian? Oh no, it says design. Rebel design. I thought it said lesbian. Lives finally on top. These, like, who wants to walk around with that on?
I remember Trish Stratus had a shirt that said "Blow Me," and then it said "Into the Stratosphere" in the back. Like, who would wear that?
Yeah.
Or APA always pounding ass.
And who could forget the Sin Cara penis shirt?
Oh yeah, his shirt.
Did The Rock ever say this? The Rock pushed the pace?
I don't think so. No,
I've never heard that thing ever. Whoa, look at this. This is like, is that a painter's cap? Painter's caps were big for like a brief period of time when I was a kid in the 80s, like when I was like 10.
Oh.
Maybe it's a throwback hat.
Yeah,
the year I was born.
A throwback hat with the old school SummerSlam logo on it.
We got Tyler.
How much is that?
In the chat. Tyler wants the Fandango shirt. Was that Aquaman? Fucking ready. Then he'll message, bring me back in, and then he just falls asleep. Starts.
He's thrilled about these like old.
Exo must be a. Exo must be a. He's a singer, I guess. Oh, okay.
Oh, The Weeknd? Yeah.
Well, this is too yellow. That's like Jesus. God, that's like hurting my eyes. That is
whose shirt is that?
That is a fucking ugly ass WrestleMania. I think it's last year, Vegas. That is hideous. That is a hideous.
How much is it?
$10.
Oh,
that is hideous. It's hideous. This is too. This orange. This is so ugly. I kind of want it, but it is really
for like
ugly.
Halloween or something.
Yeah, I don't know. SummerSlam '89. It's really ugly. What the hell? Oh man, here's another painter's cap.
Oh, sure.
We called them painter's cap. They call them flex caps here. They were painter's cap when I was a kid. See, none of these look exactly like they do on the back of that thing. I think that one's a little.
I bet
when you
get them, they probably look even worse. Yeah. WCW.
Yeah, but it's not the official WCW hat. They just remade it.
It's where the big.
Yeah, I'd like an ECW one.
I'd wear it though. I like that. Jobs, what's on your head, on your mind, pal? Look, they got this shirt just for you on clearance. Don't hinder gender t-shirt. That's got to be around for like 10 years.
Neil, I got to tell you right now, you've got me madder than CM Punk in an airport because speaking of a t-shirt, I paid for a t-shirt. I sent you my address.
Did you ever send the address?
Did send it. And I need Brian Matthew Clutter's address as well so I can send him his prize.
He's never sent me his address. Did you send it to the Gmail?
I did, yeah. I can resend it tonight if you didn't get it.
Let me check here. Did you send it to IYH Wrestling?
I think so, yeah.
Nope. Yeah, you did, March 27th, right here. All right, I almost showed it on the camera. Like, I'll show you. Yeah, here it is. I'll dox him. All right, I'll send that out. I'll send it out this week. I have the shirt right here. So.
Dox me on YouTube, why don't you?
So yeah, I'll send that out. Then next time you're on, you have to wear it.
I will do a live unboxing on the show whenever it comes in.
Sweet. Then you can wear it around town too. I think it's a nice shirt to wear to like a church.
I'll wear it to work.
Yeah.
Next day.
Speaking of work, we were looking through this, they have a WrestleMania briefcase. Now there wasn't money in the bank, so apparently it's like an actual briefcase that they think you would just like bring to work. Like, so if you were like in court and your lawyer turned up and he had a WrestleMania briefcase, well, what would go through your mind? You'd be like, I've got, I'm going to be really defended well here tonight.
Well, here's the thing. If my lawyer showed up with a WrestleMania briefcase, I'm pretty sure he was appointed. I didn't hire this lawyer myself. So
who would buy it? Because it's not like it was $10. If it's like $20, maybe you buy it to bring to school or something. It was $250. So you think like a professional person's going to buy it. Like,
is that how much a briefcase?
Do you think they make the WWE lawyers use that? Here, you have to use this when you represent our company.
That'd be awesome.
You think Jerry McDevitt has the WrestleMania?
That'd be amazing. I'm totally down. Are you driving? Don't get in a car wreck or anything.
I won't. I'm almost home.
All right.
Went and got some late night pizza.
Oh, that sounds good. I'm actually pretty hungry right now. I had a smoothie for supper. I was like, I'm just gonna have a smoothie, but now I'm getting freaking hungry.
Pussy.
Huh. I gotta get into shape for Arbor Day. Use my nunchucks. Nunchucks are illegal here. I live in the only state where they're completely illegal. There's like 5 states where they're illegal to carry. But I live in a state where they're completely illegal to have.
You can carry an assault rifle, but you can't carry a.
You can't really carry much in Massachusetts, but you can't even have them. Because there's like a little kids karate school near me, and they're walking around with like staves, but they can't have nunchucks. But I'm like, couldn't you beat somebody with a staff? Like, why are the nunchucks so dangerous? But I do have a pair because I'm laws can't stop me. But I don't know. Should I write it out of Arbor Day? I don't want to be filming a scene. Wouldn't that be bad if I got arrested for filming a scene in Arbor Day with nunchucks?
Maybe you said it.
I was carrying them around with me on my walks because I would practice them up in the woods because you need a lot of space so you don't hit stuff. And here I didn't know I was breaking the law.
Maybe use the WrestleMania briefcase as a weapon.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah,
it doesn't really fit the movie.
Put your nunchucks in the WrestleMania briefcase.
Yeah, I was putting them on my backpack. I have some videos of me using the nunchucks, but I don't want to get all the ladies worked up out there. Show me.
Yeah, you don't want to break the law in Massachusetts.
I saw that video. It was hot.
Yeah, good. Job's was hard as a rock.
I was mightily turned on.
Mm-hmm. All the ladies were slipping off their chairs. But anyway, we're here to talk about wrestling.
Is Danhausen just gonna do like all of WWE's like media from now on?
Yeah, he's found his place.
Like
and WWE really use it. They really know how to use it well.
All of my reels on all of my shorts on YouTube are just another person interviewing Danhausen. It's all Danhausen
in your head. I have a Danhausen. I don't know if you know this. I have a Danhausen cameo. Someone bought me for my birthday several years ago.
Well, I have a Danhausen autographed micro roll that I was going to give away, but I'll gladly keep, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening with that dude. I like him, Brian Matthew Clutter, but I'll ask him again. But yeah, I'll send your shirt out. I'm sorry about that. I missed it, but I saw it right there when I opened up.
Hey man, things happen. It's WrestleMania season, so you know.
Yeah, WrestleMania season. My co-host of 20 years, Rage quit live on the show. I'm still shaking to my very core.
Some promo from Raw. I don't. Have we already gone through the Raw report? Did I miss the Raw report?
No, there was no Raw report tonight. Thank God.
Oh.
No, I mean, there was no Raw report.
CM Punk and had this promo on Raw, and it was just the saddest promo I've ever seen in my entire life.
Is his new character? He's just old. He's an old has-been or something.
So he came out and he was like, you know, he's like, it's all right. I lost the title, but you know, things like that happen. But I feel good about myself, and then, you know, but I'll always be around in case a title shot just falls out of the sky. And then Cody Rhodes comes out, and Cody Rhodes' face all fucked up, right? Like his face is all fucked up.
Yeah.
Black eye.
And Cody Rhodes is like, you know, I'm the one who looks like the loser here. And CM Punk's like, well, are you calling me a loser? And Cody's like, oh no, wow. I'm not calling you a loser, but I feel like a loser. And that's just basically what the promo was. And it was like what a wave to kick off the Raw after WrestleMania.
Well, I some people really loved the Punk match, and I didn't think it was bad or anything like that. It was a good match, but it did feel like the idea was that he's like doesn't have it anymore. Like that was the storytelling, that he's just so old and like washed up. Like he gave it all he could, and in a way, like that's an interesting story to tell in a match. I've never really necessarily seen that where he just like gives it all and he's just done. But if he's gonna stay around, it's not a great character for him. Like his character now, he's just this old, you know, washed up guy.
Yeah,
like, I mean, like, could maybe squeak out a win every once in a while. I don't know.
That kind of kills all of his credibility. Like you can't take him serious anymore as a contender if he doesn't have it anymore.
Yeah, when I see him, I know he's older than he used to, but he's in like physically great shape. So when I watch him, I don't think, oh, it's wow, Punk's, you know, this old bum.
Yeah. I would say he's probably in the best shape of his career right now.
Yeah, wrestling isn't real, so there's no reason to go out of your way to make someone seem like a has-been. You know what I mean? Imagine if they did that with Sting and like the AEW, like he's just an old has-been. Like, wow, this is just depressing.
I read a critique of that match, and they were like, "Yeah, Punk just doesn't have it anymore." And I was like, "I think that was kind of the point they were trying to make."
Yeah, they got worked, but I don't understand why you'd want that to be the point of it. And plus, he lost to a guy that technically is younger, but he's also like, he's
been around for 15 years or whatever. But like But I mean, like we just saw Roman hold the title for what 4 years. Do we really?
Yeah, exactly. That's why, like, as a match, like I had no problem with it. Well, except for the end, I do think that's kind of weird. But but afterwards, I'm like, we just saw this like for literally years. Like, do we want to see it again? Like, and I think Roman's great, but do I want to see this again? No, not really.
And we've got Roman going into a program with Jacob Fatu, and like I think that'll be great. I really like Jacob Fatu, but like he's not going to beat Roman for the title. We know that like so.
It's weird to say, but Punk is a fresher guy as champion. There's more matches to do. We haven't seen it for forever. Yeah. It's like a fresher thing, and that's a weird thing to say because he's an older guy.
Like I don't know who you get to take the title off of Roman. Like, do you like? I just think that. I like Roman. He's. I think he's good. Like I just don't want to see that anymore. I want to see something new.
I agree,
but I don't know who
coming out of the show. It's like
slot.
Who are the top two guys? It's like
I don't know,
Cody
like,
Rhodes and Roman
maybe
Reigns.
somebody like Braun Breaker or
again.
Yeah, I Braun Breaker to me, Dirty Dom.
Maybe they go with LA Knight finally. I don't know.
Get a main event run out of Dirty Dom. I think
that'd be good. Letting LA Knight have
I love Reddy, but do you have to fall asleep as soon as you call back in? Then he wakes up. I see him backstage there.
I'm here.
All right, but yeah. Let's see. Who would I? Oh, Jobs is gone. But Dirty Dom, I really think. I think he has the total package to be world champ. But he lost to Finn Balor, which I thought was dumb myself. But I think I would take advantage. Now I'm not sold that this guy has the it factor to be a top guy for a long time, but you had the momentum of he just retired Brock. I would go with Obafemi. Strike while the iron's hot. You either get your next long time like main event dude, or you take advantage of Brock Lesnar retiring and you get a short main event run out of the guy. I don't think you really have anything to lose with it, because you either have a short time after the Brock thing to push a guy if he doesn't have it for long term, or he is going to be a long term guy. So either way, why not put the title on him right now?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, to your point, what is there to lose? He's really over right now. He's physically impressive. So like he's like,
yeah, you have 2 world titles,
Yeah, he'd be a great person to put, as a
have
real
him beat
threat
Cody.
to Roman.
Yeah, beat Cody, let his eye heal up, and see what happens. If it works, it works. If not, you have a guy, beat the big giant, and that's a good moment too, But for long term, I see Breaker. I really think Dirty Dom, but I don't think they see him as like world champion material. I do. I'm not really
He's
sure.
also very young.
Who? Darren Young?
Dom is young.
Oh, yeah, Dom's young. Yeah.
So who knows how to see him in a couple of years.
Yeah, but I think the idea of like, let's wait years, like, yeah, but you never know how much time anyone has. And I
but
think
they don't see him as a world champion. You said, I'm just saying, let him mature and see.
Well, I think he's ready right now. I think he's one of the most over heels in wrestling.
Yeah.
He gets tremendous heel heat, so just go with it.
I mean,
Braun Breaker, I'm a big fan of. He doesn't have the promo ability, but you have him with Paul Heyman. So.
I mean, you also have Gunther. You always have, but I think Gunther's kind of at a point now where he doesn't need the belt.
Yeah, I agree. But I'd rather have someone fresh as champion, though. And especially when you have 2 titles and they're both on guys that I've seen have like a year run or more. Like Roman was literally years, and Cody's was over a year.
Well, the fans are starting to turn on Cody, so
yeah, but they're just like hell bent on keeping him a baby face for whatever reason.
Well, I mean, they did the same thing with Cena. He's the modern day Cena.
Yeah. I don't think he sells the merch Cena does, but maybe he does. I don't know. That guy I didn't know. I mentioned this earlier, but when I did the reviews this weekend, I was like, then just some random guy comes out that I have no idea who he is, and he commentates a women's match, and like, blah, 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 has got to commentate this. Then I found out today he was just like some billionaire who like paid to do it. I'm like, do they need money that awesome. Bad that like just random people can pay to be like commentators?
Also, Neil, the guy that did the cold open for WrestleMania was Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah, I had no idea who that was.
He wrote Hamilton and Moana.
Oh, I mean, that's great and all, but is that a big crossover audience with WrestleMania
Well,
fans?
I mean, he wrote Moana, so he's pals with The Rock. So.
Oh, okay. I'm sure wrestling fans are like, yes, the writer of Hamilton.
Cody was on Tom Segura's podcast this week.
If WrestleMania was back in the day, you think like Shakespeare would have been like one of the celebrities?
Hamlet.
Yeah,
it'd be pretty sweet. We got the guy who did Hamlet.
Guest ring announcer, William Shakespeare.
To be or not to be.
Now that you know what? AI's getting to the point I could make these videos like WrestleMania.
I mean,
14.
Liberace was at WrestleMania.
Yeah. I'm gonna do famous celebrities from WrestleMania in the past.
To smell or not to smell what the Rock is cooking.
If you smell, you're still the Western
former NWA champion Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah. I should make that T-shirt. Would the Abraham Lincoln, would his family come after me if I make that T-shirt?
Would the Abraham Lincoln Mafia?
Get the Lincoln.
They'll steal your design and sell it on their website.
Probably. I'm gonna get to work on that though. I want to make that. I should make him an 8-bit. That would be fun. Abraham Lincoln 8-bit wrestler. I could probably do 8-bits of some of those old guys, like Stanislaus Zbyszko and Ed Strangler Lewis. That would actually be a fun game. If I can make
Farmer
like
Burns.
an old school wrestling game. Yeah, Farmer Burns. I actually tried to make an Ed Farmer Burns when he's like hanging himself. I tried to make like an AI thing of that, and they kept telling me like it went against the terms because like
what a fucking crazy photo that is.
Yeah, he's just like he's all gritty with like people take a look. I'm not saying I want anyone to do this day, but we see people doing dives and going through tables. We don't see anybody, like I'm so tough I can just hang myself.
Well, I mean, what was the last hanging in wrestling? Was it when Undertaker hung Big Boss Man?
Yeah, I think they did it. I think they almost was like a lynching versus Swerve and Hangman.
I was there for that one. That was in LA.
Petrelli was there. He was lighting a cross on fire in the background.
No.
I know.
And you're like, oh, I'm at the wrong hanging.
Michael has a
lowercase T.
No.
I got front row tickets to Collision.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, so I'll bring it in your head sign.
Do it up. Oh man, if you had the shirt in time, you could wear the shirt.
So if you send it out, Collision's not until the 30th, so I've got.
Oh yeah, if I send it this week, you should get here.
It's got time to get here. I will wear it to Collision.
You don't have to.
No, I will. We'll see if they'll let me in the building.
They're like, who is that? Is that a
Tony Khan's gonna come out? Maybe turn my shirt inside out.
It's the new Swerve Strickland shirt. All right. Anything else on your mind, Jobs?
No, that was it. Just CM Punk getting violent in an airport. That was fun.
I stand by him. I stand by him on this. When you read actually what happened, there was guys filming the two women. They told him multiple times to stop, and they wouldn't do it. So he hit the camera out of their hand. I think that's a stand-up.
Now the fan wants an apology from CM Punk.
I say fuck him. I think they should be banned from the show. And like, there's a lot of people doing shitty stuff. They were following X-Pac and somebody else into the bathroom.
Someone attacked Big Vito. Do you see that?
Yeah,
I sent you that. Big Vito.
Did you guys see this?
It's probably like, oh, he used to wear a dress. I can take him.
Good luck with that.
Some nut job.
Like bad hillbilly dude.
Yeah.
I think it's real too, because some people, I guess, were thinking it was like a work, but I think it's real.
That's what I was kind of thinking when I first saw it.
Big Vito is part of JCW lunacy now.
Oh, well, in that case, then he deserved it.
What?
But,
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I know Big Vito's fine. I'll just say I like Big Vito, but he's fine.
Yeah.
He used to follow me on he used to follow me on TikTok until I got the In Your Head TikTok was taken down completely.
What was
that? Still never
that?
Gave me a reason.
What was that Russian gimmick he did?
Well, he was a German, wasn't he? Skull von Crush.
German. Yeah, German. It was a German gimmick.
Yeah, Skull von Crush.
He's Italian in WCW.
We know that, Lexar, but he was a German. He was it was a very topical gimmick. He was an evil Nazi German.
He was a Nazi in ACW.
It's a topical gimmick again. Unfortunately.
All right, we found it here. My boy here, Michael Petrelli, I'm going to make a Paisan Michael Petrelli shirt. The Paisan Petrelli. The Paisan of In Your Head sent me this link. I'm having a difficulty. Oh, here we go. All right. Has everyone seen this yet?
No. I saw it online on Twitter X.
There we go. We got it.
All right, here we go. I don't believe so.
That's a nice shirt he's got on.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it was a work, like he would just, body slam him or something,
Yeah.
It's not like they hit. It's not like they hit a tackle drop down hip toss.
People were going after Vito for pulling the guy's hair, but I think he was trying not to actually hurt the guy.
Yeah, he could have killed that guy.
You fucking asshole! Don't ever fucking put your fucking hands on me again. You understand?
Why would this guy go after anybody? He's just like this fat hillbilly.
He's a nut.
He's like Kyle Gass.
You understand, motherfucker? Huh?
And people are giving him shit because he pulled the guy's hair.
Yeah, they're saying he's a pussy for pulling his hair.
Like, what the fuck are you?
But he was kind of holding him there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
He would have fucked that dude shit up if he was
either that or like punch a guy in the face or something.
He's just holding him there by the throat. Vito could kill that guy. Vito could totally kill that guy if he wanted to.
He was doing, he was trying to, keep him at bay without actually doing any permanent.
Yeah. Until the security showed up. Yeah. That's nuts.
Now you can find him every week on
wrestling fans.
Now you can see him every week on JCW Lunacy.
I'll be sure to do that.
We get it, Lexo. Can you find the hillbilly too?
I think so.
I think you'll find several hillbillies.
He's on NWA Power.
You know, I saw NWA Power signed your favorite wrestler, Neil, Matt Taven.
Oh, who's that? Oh boy,
Matt Taven, former Ring of Honor champion. The guy got fired from AEW.
The final nail in the coffin of Ring of Honor, Matt Taven. Can you guys still hear me? My end's a little frozen.
I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah, you're clear, buddy.
All right. I think this Gerwick site, I think it's got too many pop-ups trying to come in. Invade. All right, we got rid of it. All right, we're good now. So there we go. Thank you for sending that, Michael Petrelli.
Oh, you're welcome. I thought it was a work at first. That's pretty nuts that somebody would do that. They just start attacking Big Vito.
Yeah.
People are crazy, man. Wrestling fans are dumb.
What's the last hardcore wrestling show Lexar went to?
An XPW show, and back in 2024.
Wow, a couple years now. Do you miss it?
Yeah, I miss it. They held shows there almost every 2 months, almost every month, and then after that it was every 2 months, and then from what I hear, the owner, the landlord of the building, was charging the promoters $3,000 to have their shows on there. So it's not only XPW Wild Black, but another promoter was on there too, ICW, and Danny Demento. He used to run that.
Damien Demento?
No, Danny Demento.
Oh.
Danny is a deathmatch wrestler.
Yeah, I tried to. I used to talk to Damien Demento on Facebook. He was going to come on. He never did. And then I think he blocked me, actually.
Oh,
like that guy.
Were you going to have Rob Black on a few years ago, too?
Yes. Yeah, I actually tried to get in contact with him because, oddly enough, my co-host on Without Your Head, Tara Hutchinson, she had, we were talking off air about some stuff. And for a brief period of time when she was younger, she worked for, in the office for like a porn company, and it would happen to be to Rob Black. I was like, Rob Black. I was like, she didn't know, but I was like, oh, he's XPW. And she said there was a lot of like weird stuff going on in the office.
Yeah,
it does not surprise me. And then it reminded me, like, oh yeah, I tried to get him on the show. Like, I got to reach back out. I would have him on. I was an XPW fan. I'll be honest.
You did have that one porno actress on the show.
What was that?
You had that one porno actress on the show?
Jesus daughter.
Oh yeah. When I asked, no. Oh well, that's not really a porn actress. She had a tape out, but it was God, I forget her name, but something Michaels, I think. Trina Michaels, maybe.
Trina Michaels.
Yeah. And I remember I was asking it about training, and I was like, "Did the guy stretch you?" And she went, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a wrestling term."
It's a wrestling term.
I really meant it as that too. So, I wonder, is she still involved in wrestling? Well, she's still my friend on Facebook. Oh yeah, look, she's still got wrestling stuff up here. She got like powerbomb.
Yeah, what's she up to? Is she still getting stretched?
I don't know. We could get her back on, get an update. I don't know. Actually, she hasn't posted in years. I see people wishing her a happy birthday every year, but she herself hasn't posted in years. So
maybe she kicked it.
Whoa, that's very dark.
Oh.
Maybe she's on the Twitter X now.
I think she pursued. I think she's a lawyer now, and she's got the WWF briefcase. Trina Michaels. She just turned 43. So happy birthday to Trina Michaels. She's probably aged out.
Good for her.
Yeah. I don't know what she's doing. It says American actress.
She's an actress, all right.
Mm-hmm.
A mattress actress.
She's on xvideos.com.
You can see her beehole on the internet.
I'm trying to look up to see if she's still involved in wrestling. I'm not seeing any wrestling stuff come up.
Why?
She's on Fandom. Whatever this is, pro wrestling page. She debuted in wrestling in April 2011. That's probably the year we had her on, I guess. She managed the Ballard Brothers, the Drunken Irishman, and she was the manager for John Moxley back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's the last thing she did, so she must not be involved anymore. She does have some merchandise on Pro Wrestling Tees. She's got a Trina approved T-shirt. Yeah, I think
cool.
She left wrestling. Let's see what her latest movies are. Try it. I was going to show like a trailer, but probably can't.
I would no.
No, you know what? She's not made a movie since 2012, so she's no longer involved in that.
So she's a ghost.
The last two movies, she made a few movies in 2012. She made Big Tits in Sports 9.
There were so many unanswered questions in Big Tits in Sports 8.
Pool Party
the best
at
in the
Seymour's.
series.
Pool Party at Seymour's 3, the sex generation. Big Tits in Uniform 8. And the last film, I guess, was Big Tits. Big Tit Girls Love to Be Gangbanged.
Classic. She's sticking truth to power.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what's the source that they love to be gangbanged? Who's
Trina Michaels? I'm looking up. What's she doing now?
I love that we're going down Trina Michaels' rabbit hole.
Maybe she'll be the replacement for OIB.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I mean, it sounds like she's not got much else going on. So,
do you mind AI videos of you? That's all I ask.
Of you shitting yourself?
I'm sure they would be doing something different if they were. Although I don't think AI lets you do a lot of that stuff. Based on 2024 to 2026 information, Trina Michaels has transitioned from the adult film industry to independent professional wrestling. I don't think that's true. Focusing on working as a manager and occasional wrestler. She has been associated with River City Wrestling and has expressed interest as a manager in Ring of Honor. I mean, look, saying you are interested in working at Ring of Honor doesn't mean you're actually there. Like, I can say that.
I'm interested in being the WWE champion.
Yeah, I'm interested in being, the next
president of the United States.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think she's done really. It says she's still interviewed on wrestling related shows. Yeah, I haven't really seen anything that she's doing.
She's gone the way of Rocky James Hollywood.
I found him online. I should message him again.
Yeah, we need a copy of Andre Hart of the Giant.
That's how we get Intra on the show. Get back on the show if we get him on.
If we can get a copy of that, Intra will come back.
Man,
her live screening.
Her last social media thing is from 2018. This is the last picture I can find of her on social media.
What's that on her face?
Cake. But I
thought it was something else.
Yeah. I'm no expert, but I believe it's to insinuate it's something else.
Yeah.
What's that?
The mayonnaise.
Gross. She's probably my favorite porn star turned wrestling manager.
Yeah, she's definitely up there. Plus, she was on In Your Head, so she's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Who are the other ones? Jenna Jameson was on ECW, right?
Yeah, there's probably a lot in XPW.
Jasmine St. Clair.
Oh yeah, Jasmine St. Clair.
I was just making a joke because I thought she was the only one.
Yeah, was Jasmine? I guess she was a porn star.
Jasmine St. Clair.
She's in JCW now too.
I shat my pants on the way to work today. Thoughts?
I think you should super chat, and we'll give you a shout out. So hit the like button before we take off. Subscribe. That's all free. And if you want to help support the channel, become a member. It costs only $3 a month. Or you can become a sponsor of the great In Your Head for only $10 a month. Like our pals, like our friends, like our chums. Brian Matthew Clutter, Jonathan Jackson, Vic Schiavone, and the Lurker. I'm supposed to have a meeting this week with some site, Believe, about they were asking about having In Your Head on there. See how that goes. I believe Keep It at 100 is on there. They're offering some pesos. I don't know how much. We'll see how that goes.
Some
shekels.
Yeah. Let's give you $2.
Maybe that'll get inch your back.
Give you $2 if you sign over everything.
We miss you, Insure.
So also a shout out to all our Hall of Famers here on Without Your Head who help support the show, including Nate G, Mikey B, Steven in Toronto, the Double Guns, Tazo the Greek, Girth Brooks, the VSW, Terry Lynn, Borman, Lester 158, Hans Juka, Eric Everett, Chaos Theory, Phoenix Turn 7, and the $2 ball washer. So thank you guys.
That's a good deal and half the price.
Yeah, exactly. $2 ball washer. So next week, Dusty Wolf. Dusty Wolf has a book on Amazon. If you guys want to check it out, it's I believe it's actually free if you do the Kindle.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to read that before next week.
They have like an audiobook on that too, probably.
They don't. He does not have an audio, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. I like the audio. That's fun. I listen to him in my car.
Yeah, I like those too. But I'm interested. So yeah, Dusty Wolf, he wrestled almost 30 years, wrestled in 25 countries, enhancement talent for years in WWF and WCW, but also wrestled, the indies across the world. I'm looking forward to this. He was, they renamed him Dale Wolf for a time when they signed Dusty Rhodes, and they didn't want two Dustys in the company in WWF.
I was listening to Paige's audiobook.
You're listening to who?
She was Paige's audiobook. She was saying that she said Brad Maddox was begging and pleading with her to have a three-way with Xavier Woods. So it sounds like Brad Maddox had the hots for Xavier Woods.
Damn.
When I was hearing
he's been like blackballed from. He went nowhere after he was in WWE.
Yeah, he had a good interview on In Your Head, though.
He did. I wonder if we can get him back. Let's get all the dirt.
Yeah.
Let's get him on here. Find out what's going on. I'll do that. I'm going to reach out to him.
Have him respond
let's hear his side.
Saraya's book.
Yeah, let's hear his side. What do you say? What's your side of this?
He really trashed him in the book.
Yeah. Were you just trying to see some of the BBC? What's going on here? It wasn't, no offense, but it wasn't really BBC. I saw the it's more like NBC. Medium, I would say. Chopped BMW. I got in a horrible race riding accident and ruptured a testicle. Damn! That does not sound pleasant. You ever rupture a testicle, XR?
No.
I would try to avoid that. Well, if I had fun, everyone have a good show tonight. Have a good time.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Wednesday with Dusty Wolf. I'm not sure the time next week. Then after, I'll just say I'll try to find a regular time. But since I've been booking more guests, sometimes I have to work around their schedule. So it'll usually either be Tuesday or Wednesday, I think, when we do the show. Wednesdays work. If we don't have a guest, I do think Wednesdays after Dynamite works best for me, because then I could come on and talk about Dynamite. And then if we have a guest, it just depends what day they work. And I'm going to try to start doing more of the post pay-per-view shows. They're fun. People like to
those are fun.
WWF, AEW ones. WWE.
So you're going to do one for Double or Nothing?
Yeah. I watched I always buy the AEWs anyway, and I didn't realize until WrestleMania that I do have ESPN free on my cable, so that was cool. I was going to buy WrestleMania anyway. I was going to buy it just to watch WrestleMania, but I much prefer having it free.
Yeah. I read that it had only like over 1 million viewers, which is crazy. I can't believe that. They said the ratings were like an episode of SmackDown, which is pretty nuts.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
I guess people don't like the commercials. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. But these streaming sites are not doing great. Someone who is in the independent movie world. Because no one really knows like how much to pay for things. So a lot of them like overpaid for a lot of stuff. Like honestly, they like Netflix overpaid for WWE.
ESPN probably, I'm sure too.
Unfortunately, I don't want to get in. This is something I'll bring up on Without Your Head, but like Shudder losing Joe Bob, I think is really going to hurt them. And then they put their price up.
The AMC Plus app sucks. I was trying to watch that CM Punk vampire movie on it, and it just keeps crashing.
Oh, I saw that at the theater. It wasn't very good, but
yeah, I was just gonna watch it, so I said,
I was looking forward to it too. It might be better watching on streaming because you don't have that much of expectations. I went to see it in the theater. I thought it would be better than it was.
Yeah, but the AMC Plus app sucks. I can't even watch it. It doesn't work.
A lot of this stuff really works bad on my smart TV. It just keeps shutting off, but I usually have better luck on the computer. But you would think almost would be opposite. You would think like your smart TV would have better connection than your computer, but
yeah, people want to see movies on a big screen, not a little screen.
I do too. And so I'd rather watch the stuff on the big TV, but it's hard to watch because like you said, it just keeps shutting off like constantly.
Yeah. So AMC Plus, pick your app. God. That's the worst one I've ever used. It crashes like crazy.
My Netflix does on the TV too.
Oh yeah, on my old Roku, the Netflix crashes, but then when I have it on the built-in Samsung, it works. Oh, okay. But I don't have Netflix anymore. Really.
Does AMC crashes while you watch? Does AMC crashes while you watch Impact?
No, I watch it on the regular cable. I have a cable box still, so I don't watch it on the app. They don't show the East Coast feed either. It's only the West Coast feed, which kind of sucks. With the HBO Max, I can see AEW when it's live because I'm in California, so it's 3-hour delay.
Yeah, so I do like that AEW on Wednesdays. Since I have it set to record on the DVR, I like to actually come in like 15 to a half hour late, and then I can go over the ads on live TV, which is really useful.
Yeah. Have you seen any of TNA Impact, Neil? Since they've been on AMC,
no. I should check it out.
It's not been. It's like the same thing as on Access TV.
Yeah.
They had like Tessa Blanchard went to hell, and like it's Sinister Minister singing karaoke. That's like hell doesn't seem that bad. It's just Sinister Minister singing karaoke.
No, she's a good singer too.
And Abyss.
Yeah, and Abyss was on there.
I'm a huge Sinister Minister fan, so I can't say anything bad.
I am too. Yeah,
he'll come back on. He can on Tuesday. Maybe we'll figure it out. He'll come back on.
That'd be awesome. I was watching the old NWA TNA pay-per-views, the weekly ones on Pluto TV, And that was really good stuff. That was total nonstop action. That's like what made the company great, those X Division matches. Then you watch it now and it's like 10 minutes of a backstage segment with Sinister Minister. So I like
days,
Sinister Minister.
The early days of In Your Head, that was like the standout stuff for me was TNA, Samoa Joe,
NWA, TNA.
Yeah, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles.
Yeah, that's such great stuff. I could still watch that and be entertained over 20 years later.
Yeah, it was by far the best stuff. There was stuff on there that was always like kind of dumb or whatever, but almost all wrestling has stuff that I don't like in addition. You know what I mean?
Incher was saying he felt bad for Dixie Carter getting booed. I say boo her. Rockhead Carter, she really sunk the company.
Yeah, if you listen to old shows, we were not favorable to her.
Oh, God.
Especially
that segment where she was yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
Like talking down to the locker room. That was horrible. My favorite Dixie Carter.
She wishes me a happy birthday. Quote. She's nice to me on Facebook. And I ask her every year or so about coming on, but she never replies.
My favorite quote from her, if they chant fire Russo again, somebody else is getting fired.
Yeah. Like, what the hell? I'm going to start doing that. Anytime someone says bring back Incher, I'm going to start booting them from the show. No, I'm just kidding.
I saw Tony Khan did an interview with Russo, even though he has a show bashing him. That Better Call Khan show.
I say kudos to both of them. I think that's good to do. I've never watched it yet. I am interested in watching it, though.
I'd like to see him come on In Your Head. Come on, Tony Khan, come on In Your Head.
I asked, I should follow up on this. I asked, I didn't ask Tony Khan, but I reached out to AEW for the first time last month it was a week before the pay-per-view though. And I did get a reply and they also asked about getting like press passes to live shows. They sent me
that's
a link
cool.
to do that. So I need to follow up on that stuff. Maybe we can get AEW guests on the show. Maybe one of the ones they did offer was Wembley, but I'd have to fly out there and stuff.
Well, yeah.
It'd be pretty wild.
But if you would ever go like on a trip to England, that'd be worth it. That'd be an extra bonus.
Yeah, honestly, England's it's not a far flight for me. It's the same as flying to LA. It's like a 6-hour flight because I've flown there a couple times.
Wow, that's cool. I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, I like London a lot. Yeah, and I met I met Dobbs twice, and I've hung out with Dobbs and Nikhil in London. I had a good time. Did you know that?
That's cool.
Yeah, you said it plenty of times.
Look at this.
You went by it. You went by.
Yeah, but you didn't. Lexar hung out with Nikhil at the urinal
at WrestleMania. But you went by a store that said the Pound Store. You thought about sex.
Yeah, that was the first year. I didn't meet Nikhil that year. I went there as press, and me and Jason, we rented a flat, and next to the flat we rented was the Pound Store, and so I thought it meant like, yeah, let's do some pounding, and I always thought like, it was a weird ass name, but then it took me days to realize like, oh, it's their dollar store.
That's their money. Yeah. So was it like a money converter store?
No, just everything was a pound. It was basically their dollar store,
Yeah,
you could buy
like a 99-cent
stuff. Everything was $1. Yeah, was a pound.
Yeah, that's cool.
It was fun. No, I like London a lot though. London's a cool place. And the second time I went, Lexar, the hotel I stayed at, it was windowless, soundproof, and all that was in the room was a bed, a stand, and a big pink bunny with a belt around its neck. And the bed had leather straps on the thing and handles. So I assume this was I'm glad I didn't bring a black light to see what was any kind of.
Maybe that was the pound suite you got there. Pound suite.
Yeah. No bathrooms.
Yeah, it was a bathroom in it. Yes, the bathroom, but it had it had curtains, but behind the curtains was this wall. It was windowless and soundproof, so you do whatever you want in there, I guess.
I went to a Motel 6 in Arizona once, and there was blood stains on the sheets. I said, "Oh, I'm not staying here."
It was. I actually liked the room, to be honest, and I usually just use it to sleep and take a shower. So I didn't need the only person that was in the room because I wasn't there too long was Dobbs. It was me and Dobbs in the room for a little bit. He was the only other person I let ride my pink bunny.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Let me I could find I have pictures of the room.
That's your favorite.
Oh, and there was also a pink light on the one wall. Like, so when you turn the lights off, it was just like a pole, like a light pole that glowed pink.
I like that. Pink poles.
Yeah, here's the room.
What was the name of the hotel?
I don't even
know. Wow.
I have to find it.
It looks so
It was
small.
very small. Yeah, it was very small. Like the bed was the same length of the room. It was just a pink bunny with a leather belt around its neck.
I hear in Japan they have hotels that are like a broom closet.
Yeah, yeah. There I am riding the pink bunny. It was pretty big, like it was big enough to sit on.
What year was that? Was that like before the pandemic?
No, it was right after the pandemic. So it was 2022.
Okay, cool.
It was for the premiere of my movie, The Once a Future Smash in End Zone 2.
Oh, that's
what was cool was it was pretty inexpensive, and it was literally right around the corner from the theater. So
that's awesome. So you just walked there. You didn't need to take a taxi or anything.
No, yeah, it was literally a 2-minute walk, and it was also right next to a it was a casino. I forget the name of it now. I used to always remember it. It was really cool though. It was like a 6-story theater casino, and it was like, very old building, like a couple 100-year-old building.
Oh, that's cool. I wouldn't gamble in the foreign casinos though, because I don't understand the currency conversion. Yes, like I went to one in Mexico and they were all pesos, and I was like, oh, I don't understand this.
Yeah, at the time they were pretty similar though. The pound and the dollar, it was like it wasn't much difference in the price.
Oh,
yeah,
Mexico is like.
The first year I went, the dollar was worth a lot more, but the last time they weren't much different.
Mexico, it's like 20,000 pesos, like $2 or something. At the mall when you buy something.
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
But yeah, what do you get done? Then though, I've said this story before, but so the last night everyone went to bed, and I was like, well, I can go to sleep and get up and but I was like, it's my last night here, so I'm going to stay up. So I went up by myself. I went to the casino for a little while. Then I was walking around Leicester Square, which is, like a historic place. And but this was late at night. This was like 2 or 3 in the morning. And there was this building. It looked like an abandoned building. And out front were these two black guys with they just had white shirts and black ties and black suits on. And they're like, brother, free show, brother. Come on inside, brother. And I was like, no, I'm good. Why not, brother? And they started like chasing me pretty much. And I was like, oh shit, I think I'm just gonna go back to my room. And then I looked up the next day, like I was like, I wonder what that place was. Like I assumed it was like some strip club or something because they're talking about free show. And I looked it up on maps. It was just grayed out. It was it wasn't anything. It was just like an abandoned building. And I was like,
some underground thing.
Yeah, like I don't know, like
they might have robbed you or something.
Yeah, or like
probably
stole my cut me open, stole my liver and stuff or something.
That happened to me in New York, but a guy was just trying to sell me a watch. He wouldn't leave me alone.
Yeah, and the only place in the States because I've walked around Hollywood and Chicago and all this stuff at night, but you probably really shouldn't, but I did. I was fine. The only place I felt like danger was Atlantic City at night, off the not like on the strip or whatever they call it. Not on the boardwalk, but off the boardwalk. And I was walking to another casino, and this guy, he was trying to sell me Coke. I think it was Coke or crack or something. And I was like, oh no, I have no money. And he goes, I can hear the change jiggling in your pocket. Like how much could you buy for 72 cents or something? Like, and so I ducked into I forget the casino. I ducked into the because I wasn't like where the door entrance was, so I ducked into the parking lot. And so I walked in the parking lot, and then this guy, this was right after this. The guy's kind of scary. The guy trying to sell me drugs, and then this guy just came out of the shadows, and he looked like a zombie. He was like,
Oh my God.
Like he's all fucked up, and I was like, "What the fuck?" So then I like ran to the stairs and went up in the casino, and then
wow,
it wasn't a great.
That happened. I've had the opposite thing. I went to Warped Tour once, and it was like 100 degrees, and I was wearing a jacket, and some guy comes up to me and says, "You have," and I said, "What's that?" And he said, "Pot." And I said, can I buy some? I'm like, "No, I'm not a drug dealer." And he said, "Oh yeah, you are. You have stuff." And then like 2 or 3 other people kept coming up to me trying to buy drugs. I'm like, wow, I'm wearing a jacket. They think I'm selling drugs.
That happened to Troy when we were at one of the horror movie conventions. I don't say which one. And it was actually one of the guests there kept asking to buy stuff from us. And Troy's like, "Oh, I don't have anything." And he's like, "Oh, yeah." He's like, "Yeah, you don't look it." And he kept thinking Troy was like a drug dealer or something.
I know they get mad at you. They're like, "Whoa, stop holding out on me." What the hell?
It was he's passed away now, but it was an actor who at the time was supposedly clean and had just been on that Dr. Drew show, but he was not he was not clean. But I don't know if he's nice or not. I was gonna say he's nice, but I don't know if he was really.
Dr. Drew seems like a TV doctor, like a guy for the cameras, pretty much.
Yeah, I've not heard good things about him, to be honest.
One of my friends
he just takes advantage of drug addicts for his show and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
All right. So I had a good time. We hit the 3-hour mark. We'll be back next week. Maybe I'll be back sooner. I don't know. I might pop up on here. You never know when I'll pop up. Without Your Head is the horror movie show. If you just can't get enough of me, you want to see what I talk about in the horror world, you can check that out tomorrow night. Join the Facebook group. At some point, we will get the Discord up, but I've been kicked off Discord, and from what I understand, it's really hard to get. I've been told like that's why we're going to make the Discord. Anything goes, but I've been banned from Discord, so I have to. I don't know. I don't know how I get back on Discord, but supposedly we'll have a Discord at some point where we can all hang out.
That's cool. Sounds good.
All right. Until next time, this is Nasty Neal,
Michael Petrelli,
Mighty Lexar,
Ludite Supreme,
the Paisan Petrelli, and the mighty Lexar. Thank you, folks. Hit the like button, subscribe, become a member. It starts only $3 a month. Help support the channel. Share this out. Leave some comments, and join us next week. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah. It was not small. No. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink. Fight. Andre was big. Yeah. It was not small. No. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink. Fight. Andre the Giant. Andre was big. Yeah. It was not small. No. Andre was great. He was not bad. A great big heart and a great big man. Andre was big. Yeah. It was not small. No. Andre could drink and he could fight. Drink. Fight. Andre the Giant.
From Grenoble, France.